said. All right, where he couldn't get that,
Yo, what up?
where the disciples couldn't get that spirit out of that little girl, and they told us this kind can only be removed through fasting and prayer. All right, so you'll see that talking about moving mountains 2 places in the Bible. All right, well, he was saying, well, yeah, so do words have power? And he's saying words do have power, but it's not your words that have the power, it's God actually doing it. Now, he is correct, but it's his concept of God that we have to get over. This concept of God as being some white man up in the cloud, arbitrarily and capriciously looking down upon everyone. This is why when I study something like the Masons and their understanding of deism, I think deism is right on point, because God made the laws, and I'm using God very loosely for the religious-minded people. This creator, this intelligence, the all, the mental intelligence that pervades every aspect of all creation, okay, made laws. And those laws determine whether or not you're going to suffer, have blessings, and all of these things.
What up?
Laws. Those are the laws that you have to learn. And if you want to call them God's laws, that's fine. And I'm not talking about the 613 laws in Leviticus and Deuteronomy. That's another set of those are statutes that God made for the Israelites. I'm talking about natural laws. I'm talking about universal laws.
Just riding with Bro Yusef. About to rewind this right quick. Hold up.
What are your thoughts on the Redemption book series? I like the Redemption 3. Redemption 4 is showing you how to put together, like, do everything in the cross.
This brother,
which is okay too. But I think
this brother just said the first person I ever heard say what I've been telling y'all about. Hold on, let me bring it back a little bit. Damn, he the first person I ever seen say this. Hold up, where they at?
Good and evil. Should be common sense. Good and evil are coined phrases. You took an O from good and you made God, and you added a D to evil and made devil.
Damn, what?
Think so.
Nobody never told me
that. That there is no good and evil. Should be common sense.
Hey, listen to this. Listen to this.
And then so there's really no such thing. And that's something else, you know, as
listen to this.
Is the point of God. Y'all put the devil on the level of God.
Actually,
right? If God created evil, what part of spiritual that?
I think it's a good point he's making right here. Oh, I think it's a good topic.
Driveway extensions.
Let me see if I'm on the tiles. Hold up.
Oh, it looks good. Yeah, I had some work done on this.
Damn, I ain't on here.
Fuck,
man. This shit never shows up like that. It's alright.
Put park for a second. Somebody put in there and said, okay, what did she say? She said wrong. God speaks of good and evil. If you don't believe in that, you're missing a huge aspect of spiritual. Oh, no, I'm not. You're just spiritually immature. I'm telling you, you're spiritually immature. Because if you get in the Bible, God said, I created good and evil. And that's just another way of saying that, hey, you know, God says, I create good and evil. That's in the Bible. He said, I create good and evil. So if God created evil, what part of the spiritual aspect am I missing? There's no such thing as good and evil. There's no 2 powers. There's only one power in the universe. And that's what I mean by you are being spiritually immature. There's only one power in the universe.
Hey, and that's what I'm starting to, that's what I think I'm grasping. I've been realizing that it is only one power. It ain't no, ain't no good and evil. Positive and negative energies do not necessarily represent good and evil. And you know that's true because you can be out of balance on either side. right? Like it take like negativity can be good in some ways, right? You gotta have you learn your lesson from going through negative situations sometimes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you could be being too overly positive sometimes. Like if you could be giving everything you got away, and now you putting yourself in a harmful position by giving every fucking thing you got away. So yeah, being charitable is a good thing, sure. But is it a good idea to be just donating every fucking thing you got? Now you can't eat. Now you freezing when it's snowing outside because you ain't got no jacket. So nah, yeah, that's being too positive. So yeah, positive and negative don't necessarily represent good and evil. They really don't. That's why the positive side of yin yang got that negative dot on it. And that's why, or if you want to consider call it that, or if the negative side on yin yang got that positive dot, because it's showing that both sides can be both. That's real talk. That's real talk. And he got and see, no one man got all the answers, but all men got some answers, some of the pieces of the puzzle, right? Because he giving some good gems and knowledge he dropping right there. But this next sentence he about to say is off point though, and that's not true. When he talking about y'all have put the devil on the level of God, that's not true. God and devil are on the same level. People got the creator of all, that's the one power that he talking about. They got that confused with God. That's the problem. That's right. That's why we need balance. Exactly right. That's why something he gonna say coming up is right on point also. So men got pros and cons in them. They got positives and negatives and all that. But like I was saying, people have taken the creator of all, the creator of capital A, capital L, capital L, and made that God. And that ain't right. The creator created God and devil. That's what people need to realize. That's what that's all about. But watch this.
Verse 9:2. There's only one power, and that power can be utilized for good or evil.
That part. He right about that. He right about that. Say it again, bro.
True. There's only what part of the spiritual aspect am I missing? There's no such thing as good and evil. There's no two powers. There's only one power in the universe. And that's what I mean by you are being spiritually immature. There's only one power in the universe, not two.
Right.
There's only one power. And that power can be utilized for good or evil.
That part. That's what it is. That one power can be utilized for good or evil. That's what it is. That one power busts down into two. That's why it's like it's like a pyramid scheme type shit. It's like when they show on movies and shit with the big boss at the top, the Godfather at the top. You know what I'm saying? And then up under the Godfather will bust down into his two main dudes that he fuck with, and then those two bust down into four. You know what I'm saying? So when you got the creator of all at the top as the Godfather of the whole shit, then up under that break down into God and devil. You know, the positive and negative energies. Right, those two. And then what break down under those two, the four, would be something like angels and demons or some shit, you know, or it would be like God and devil is up under the creator of all. So then under God and under devil, they would have like they archangels or something, they dudes, and then up under them, when that shit break down, is the more angels up under them that's like the foot soldier or whatever the fuck you want to do it. Right, left. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, right? Let me play it though.
I can't believe these people be like telemarketing. marketing this shit. That shit gets on my mind. But on my nerve. But yeah, you know, it's like, you know, you talk about good and evil and everything, you know, like the spiritually immature, y'all believe in good and evil. Right? The advanced people spiritually understand there's only one power. You religious minded people made this devil and put him on the level of God.
See, that's what he wrong at. These religious people ain't took no concept of devil and put him on the level of God. They've been totally fucked up from the jump thinking that God and the creator of all is the same one. That ain't it. That's not it. The creator of all, like I said, created God and devil. Good and evil, positive and negative. And that's what that everything we exist fall up under all of that. Right? From under the creator of all, we got positive and negative energies, and that's what we see. That's what we see. A yin-yang energy in every dimension. Right, no, that's not it. Right, yeah, it's not, you're right, yeah, nah, it's not, they did not make no God, they ain't put God, even though they do that in their mind, because they have made the creator of all God, they make them the same, and so they make the devil, the negative energy, you know what I'm saying, be on the same level as that. But then if you ask these motherfuckers that question, like I be asking Christians, but I probably could ask any religion, is God stronger than the devil? 9 times out of 10, when I ask somebody that question, they, before they even really think about it, instantly tell me yes. Yeah. God's stronger than the devil. What? Yeah, of course. And I'm like, well, how? Because God sure don't be stopping the devil from doing nothing. Like, it sure didn't stop Dylan Roof from going up in that church and killing all them people in there. Children, men, women. Where was God at then? Where was he stopping the devil at? When somebody's sticking their baby up in the microwave or something, or in the oven or something. Where's the divine intervention? It's not. None of that. Evilness be doing what it's going to do, and the goodness be doing what it's going to do. But bro finna speak on that.
Y'all put the devil on the level of God when the devil was an angel of God.
Right, and all this bullshit is keeping people confused.
It's not even about good and evil, it's about perfection. Perfection is the point.
Listen.
That is directly between good and evil.
Okay.
Perfection.
That's what I'm talking about.
The point between good and evil. It's balancement.
I never considered that. Even with what's going on now. Right. But y'all heard that. Perfection is the point between good and evil. Balanced out. I remember a while ago I had questioned myself like, damn, so does that mean that it's okay that I do negative shit? Is it okay? Does that mean being balanced? Is it okay that I do good and evil? And then something like a few days later after that, I gave myself the answer, right? Some people would say God gave them the answer. God spoke to them, whatever. I know it's me speaking to myself, telling me what I need to know, what I know what I need to do. And it said, nah, you're right. It's not okay that I do evil, wicked shit. It said to keep balance on me as my soul and my person who I am as more on the positive side, that I need to do what I feel like I need to do by being a positive star, more overtly being a positive star, because it's somebody else being an overtly negative star. Can you hear me? There's somebody out here in this existence, this life, this realm, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, this earth, that's being overtly negative. So I got to balance I got to balance this whole shit out, this whole system out, this whole thing that's going on by being overtly positive. Can you hear me though? Do you see the difference? What my mama asked me. Can you see the difference? It's a difference, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. Shout out to my mama though. Just be you as an individual. Yeah, just be you as an individual. Right? And you're going to balance out whatever the opposite of it is, whatever you got going on. But let me let the video play.
universe is about balancement, perfect balancement. I see somebody in there talked about that. So there's really no such thing, and that's something else, you know, as that we're going to have to get to as a people. You're going to have to like start to develop and understand if you're going to ever, you know, advance spiritually. You know, you're going to have to get out of these man-made concepts that you have, this paradigm that's been foisted upon you. Your concept of spirituality was given to you. And he who controls the paradigm is God. Okay. So whoever gave you your concepts of God, devil, all of that, they're your God.
Okay, then.
You never were allowed an opportunity to develop your concept for yourself, the nature of the universe, the nature of spirituality. You know, your spirituality is coming from a book. And then you're going to try to tell me that I'm missing the whole point of spirituality? I don't think so. It should be common sense that there is no good and evil. It should be common sense. Good and evil are coined phrases. You took an O from good and you made God, and you added a D to evil and made devil.
Yo, he the only one I ever heard say that. Yo, nobody told me that. That's another thing that nobody taught me. Just like I showed people about the America, how to create the word America from Africa. Nobody taught me that. I just saw that shit. I downloaded that shit from the cosmos. Well, that shit just came from within. I was just seeing that shit. And this same thing happened with what he just said. Y'all just took God, added an O to it, made good, and took evil and added a D to it. Or whatever, took the D out of evil. It was the same thing I was saying. Add an O to good, add an O to God, get good. Subtract the D from evil, from devil, get negative. It's doing all the extra shit. Yeah, all is within. All the answers is within if you're willing to just go in there and search for the shit.
So what books do you recommend reading to understand these principles? The Kabbalion, start there.
The Kabbalion.
You gotta start with the principles that
I ain't even read that. I know what it is, but I ain't read it.
You need to start getting into, you got to get into nature, the laws of nature. The laws of, like the law of attraction is just one aspect of the law. Just one aspect. That's the law of love. All right, I'm going to give you an example. I was reading something about the law of attraction the other day, and it was given by a preacher, and he was talking about Mark 11:22-26, where it says, if you tell this mountain to be cast into the sea and you do not doubt it in your heart, but believe the things you have said have happened, then nothing shall be impossible for you, and so forth. It's in two places in the Bible. Okay, where it says nothing is impossible for you, I believe that's in Matthew, where it said, where he couldn't get where the disciples couldn't get that spirit out of that little girl, and they told us this kind can only be removed through fasting and prayer.
Hey, you want to see something right quick? Let me show y'all something. Go get y'all some silver. I was studying last night, and then I noticed something when I went and looked at this thing. When I went and looked at this hold on a second. That shit went to like 10 times, that shit. Yeah, it did. It went to 10 times. Alright, look at this. Y'all want to see something interesting? Get you some silver, though. I be following this dude, this old black guy on YouTube. He just be stacking silver like a motherfucker. Hey, look at this. Alright, look. This is the history of gold from 1973. Or what, 75? Yeah, 75. Right? All the way to 2000, where we at right now, 2020. It just ain't showing it past the 2015, right? Check this shit out though. Notice how gold all the way up until 2007 damn near was $500 an ounce. Wait, this silver. Wait, hold up. I want y'all to see something. Why it's better to invest in silver than gold. I be investing in gold, but I'm about to load up on silver. Matter of fact, I'm finna go to the silver coin and trade place or the coin and trade place today. I said I was gonna go and probably go spend about at least about $2,000 worth of silver. I wanted to probably spend like $5,000 though, because I'm finna show you something why you should. All right. Notice how this is gold. The price of gold from 73 all the way where we at now. Now notice how it was under $500 an ounce, right? Over here, right down at the bottom right there, that say 500. So in 1980, that shit went above 500. I think that was the Watergate scandal with Nixon in them. Because you know in times of uncertainty and problems, then precious metals go up. So look at around 05. That was around 2008 at the crisis, recession shit. Then that bitch went up. It started going up in around 2012. It maxed out at $1,800, right? $1,850 or something. But notice it was like, it was about $500 an ounce though. So that's about 3 times $1,500. We'll say it went to 2,000, right? So that's 4 times what the value was, $500. What it's been consistent at since. Look, all through the 90s, that shit was under $500 an ounce. That's why niggas was having big gold chains on. Everybody was having gold. Now, if you see somebody with some gold on now, look what it's worth. Look at the value on the, where it's at, right here. That shit is like $1,700 an ounce, right? All right. But notice, this is what I want you to notice. Gold went from $500 an ounce to almost $2,000. That meant that's 4 times its value, right? When that recession did what it did, it went up 4 times its value. Well, let's go look at silver. This is what I noticed last night when I went and looked at this. Silver was $5 an ounce. Look at that. That's say $10 on that first mark over here. Okay? It was $5 an ounce all through the whole motherfucking shit. You see where in 1980, Watergate, it went up to damn near $40 an ounce. That's 8-fold. That meant it went from $5 to $40. That's 8 times its value. Notice in 2008, or excuse me, 2012, when it spiked, that bitch went all the way up to down there $50 an ounce. See that? It went from $5 an ounce to $50 an ounce. That's 10-fold, 10 times its value, right? Gold did 4 times its value. Silver did 10 times its value, right? Go get you some silver. Take your little cat. Oh, this is what gold is at right now. $1,700 an ounce almost. And they keeping it. They keep making it go under. They ain't letting it reach 1,800. They ain't letting it reach where it reached. They manipulating this number. They manipulating that number. They won't let that bitch go over 1,800 and shit because they want to act like we not in a worse time than we was back in 2012, but they full of shit. We in a worse time. It should be over. It should be at 2,000. Gold should be. They full of shit. But get you some silver though, because you see where silver at right now at $15 an ounce. Watch when that bitch go off. That bitch finna go to probably, if it was $5 an ounce and it did 10 times, what's $15 an ounce times 10 times that? 150. 150 an ounce. So you can get it for $15 right now. $20 an ounce with the little fees and taxes and surcharges. You know the what they call it? They got a name for it. The little extras that they raise that shit up. But you can. I'm finna go get that silver. Cause when this whole shit hit the fan and that dollar, when they come with this digital currency and this dollar and all currencies is go down, the paper money, that shit gonna be worth. Hope it be worth half. Hopefully you get 50 cents on the dollar or something. You know what I'm saying? Well, hopefully it's more than that. But what if them bitches come with like 10 cents on the dollar? I mean, your dollar done turned, your 10,000 done turned into 1,000. But if you done bought some silver, that shit finna be way up there though. You know what I'm saying? It worth that cheese. And you can cash out. So get you some silver. All right, let's get back on this shit right here. That was just a little side note.
All right, so you'll see that talking about moving mountains 2 places in the Bible. All right, well, he was saying, well, yeah, so do words have power? And he's saying words do have power, but it's not your words that have the power, it's God actually doing it. Now, he is correct, but it's his concept of God that we have to get over. This concept of God as being some white man up in the cloud, arbitrarily and capriciously looking down upon everyone. This is why when I study something like the Masons and their understanding of deism, I think deism is right on point, because God made the laws, and I'm using God very loosely for the religious-minded people. This creator, this intelligence, the all, the mental intelligence that pervades every aspect of all creation, okay, made laws. And those laws determine whether or not you're going to suffer, have blessings, and all of these things. There are laws. And those are the laws that you have to learn. And if you want to call them God's laws, that's fine. And I'm not talking about the 613 laws in Leviticus and Deuteronomy. That's another set of laws. Those are statutes that God made for the Israelites. I'm talking about natural laws. I'm talking about universal laws. What are your thoughts on the Redemption book series? I like the Redemption 3. Redemption 4 is showing you how to put together, like, do everything in a trust, which is okay too. But I think Redemption Manual 3 is good for the newbie. The administrative process is in there. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Hey, what's going on? Hey, how you doing? The administrative process that's in there.
I'm gonna see if I'm on this channel.
It's an administrative process that is based off.
Oh yeah, you gotta get that shit some time. All right,
but it teaches you a lot of valuable things.
Should be taking some time.
A lot of valuable things. I just think that the spirit and effort, the best effort and spirit out of all the Redemption series books was Redemption Manual 3.
Oh yeah,
Cracking the Code 3, I think it's called.
That's on his.
Cracking the Code 3. I think that's the best. Still to this day, I think it's the best. What's a good video to watch speaking on the meaning of a U.S. citizen? I don't really look at videos. I read books.
Yeah, he old school.
Versus the United States is what you want to read. You want to read something, read that case.
I ain't really with that. I ain't really with that though. I don't want to agree with that. All these old school people and all these motherfuckers be hollering about read a book, read books. Like this shit is old technology, man. That same shit you can get in an audio book or you could get in a video with the same information that's taken from that book and put into a video format, right? And you'll have one of these stupid motherfuckers trying to judge me talking about, oh, you ain't getting no real information. You watching YouTube videos. Huh? I guess so. Whatever. I guess so.
Don't look at nobody's video. You know, use your own intelligence. Use your own intelligence, to be able. Sorry about that. I got.
But then, how come just because the information is in a book?
Use your own intelligence.
Just because the information is in a book, mean that shit is right? Mean it's valid? Well, anything you get out of a book, that's gold. Anything on a video is not. That's silver, I guess, or that's just fool's gold, if you will. But reading is doing the work yourself, though. But reading is doing the work yourself. Well, it's all in how you look at it and how you interpret it. I mean, are your eyes not reading what's being visually put in front of you? Right? Your eyes, when you're reading a book, your eyes are focused on words and getting information off of words. When you're watching a video on this information that was in the book, now your eyes are just getting visually information and also hearing information, right? Because I got to say this again, like they say, this is what these folks say, the more of your senses that you use while gathering information, the more you retain and the better you retain the information. So if you getting it with your eyes, visual pictures, and you're getting it with the hearing also, that's why when you read aloud to yourself, you retain the information better than if you read in silence. You did? But yeah, so I would beg different. There's different energy in processes. Yeah, but who's to say that it's a better energy when you're reading a book with words on it? That ain't nothing but spells. A book ain't nothing but a book of spells. All that spelling going on in there, right? So you just reading that. and you interpreting it as so, or you can be right. Because look, check this out. This video we watching right now, right? We get the full expression. We get the sound and expressions and feelings that this brother is trying to convey, along with the words and shit, right? And we also get to see it and everything, right? The body language, everything. If you was just, what if they took everything in this video and just put it in a book? Everything he's saying right now was all translated into a book, and you was just sitting there reading that. You think you would get a better, you would gather the information better from that book, reading it out of that, or you think you would get it better from watching this video and hearing him and seeing him doing it? I ain't trying to hear what these people talking about no old technology, about the book supposed to be better. I'll tell you what, if anything, the book, like you said, has different energy, right? So you get what you get from reading that book and whatever transpires and magic that come from that, right? Being in solitude, or well, you could be in solitude and watch the video. Whatever you get from the book, you can also get whatever you get from the video, but who's to say one is better than the other? I could have been an attorney, man. Not many people in my life that told me that I should have been an attorney. But I shouldn't have been no motherfucking attorney, though, because I'm not trying to be part of all that. But I can argue this point, though. Damn sure. Let's see. Well, what works for one doesn't for another. That's why we do what works for self. Hey, yeah, that's good. But I ain't really trying to tell nobody that they not getting their information what they need to get from a book and what they trying to get their information from wherever. I feel like wherever you get knowledge from, who gives a fuck where it came from? Why is it concerned that you got it out of a book or that you got it out of a video? Long as you got it, ain't that the main thing that should matter? But I really don't give a fuck what nobody think about whether I'm getting real information or not true information out of a video or out of a book. Because half of these motherfuckers that's talking that shit can't fuck with me anyway. None of them willing to challenge me to no type of aptitude test in no type of way. So I ain't hearing none of that shit. Right, left. Book gives just information with no distractions. If that's how you see it, a video can give information with no distractions also. It's just the format of the book that you're talking about. Because it could be books with distractions in that motherfucker too. See, you agree with that, but it could be a book with it. Why? Just because the books you normally used to reading don't have distractions? What about them books that got all type of sidebars and side notes and shit all at the bottom and all type of asterisks and all type of shit on the side? And some of them Bibles got ones and notes and all the shit you could look off to the side and in the margin and get all this shit. That's a fucking distraction. Then a bird chirping. Why? Because I'm watching a video and a bird might fly by and chirp. That's a distraction from maybe that was, you needed that. Maybe you needed to hear the birds chirping in the video in the background. Maybe that was doing something for you that your ass wouldn't be getting in a book. You see the difference? Like my mama like to ask me. So pros and cons and all. That's all I'm saying. Pros and cons and everything, right? Pros and cons of reading the book. You don't get birds chirping in your ear in the background. Pros and cons in watching this video, you don't get whatever the fuck you missing from reading the book that I guess that you could get. I can't really think of none right now, but you know what I'm saying, I'm willing to give it whatever it got. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you get from that. Maybe you get this from when you reading a book. Well, your eyes be moving too when you watching a video. But maybe you get some type of workout on your eyeballs reading from left to right or something. Which they say is really backward, but it probably really ain't. Reading from right to left and them other texts and them other religions or whatever. It's the same as reading from left to right. They try to make you say like one of them fucked up and the other one ain't. That westernized reading from left to right goes against nature. Well, maybe it is. Some of that shit, they say some of that shit is reversal of what nature is. Can't just dismiss that shit. That some things will go along with nature and then there might be some shit that's reversing that shit. I'm gonna have to look more deeply into that. But let's see what bro talking about.
United States, that's the name of the case. And you don't have to dig for the case because they got a lot of law reviews on the internet for it. As soon as, I put something out, they start hiding it. But you'll be able to find it. You got to find the actual opinion by the judge on that particular case. You're going to have to kind of look for it. Hey, thanks for the silver bullet for the smoking gun I've been looking for. You're welcome. Veronica Freeman is not a 7-letter word, but have you ever read the Nag Hammadi? Nope. And Nag seems like it's something about reptilian. Pretty out there. Yeah, it is. It is pretty. It's a real nice day out here. Very nice day. What are some of the recommended ways on building credit? I would get, if you're going to build credit, the first thing you have to do to build credit, you got to get you a revenue stream. That's just my advice. It's going to be very difficult to build credit and you have revenue streams. So I would concentrate on getting some sort of income coming in. Okay? And then from there,
do it all.
I'm going to make this as succinct as possible.
There you go. Do it all. Books, video, radio, talk to people. Word, Bronx. I see you patois people. That's how I like to do it too. Get a little bit of it off. Not just locking down into one thing. Diversity. Yeah, you left your S out, but we know what you're talking about. Your SI.
Possible. I would get a prepaid credit card. Possibly even a CPN number. Depending on how destroyed your credit is. But I would get a prepaid credit card, and then I would start paying all of my bills through that credit card. All of my bills.
That's what I should have been doing my whole life.
And just in case y'all are wondering,
my credit would have been outstanding.
Like I'm lying or something like that.
Like super outstanding. Shit, really proud of doing this shit, man.
Platinum, Chase, Sapphire Reserve, Capital One, City. American Express.
You should shake every tree. Fruit can fall from
platinum.
I hear you, Bronx.
And this is a Louis Vuitton. It's Louis Vuitton wallet. I had to get my Louis Vuitton wallet. So all y'all out there who know and everything. So yeah, I got the credit game down pretty tight. I know what I'm talking about with credit.
Yeah, variety is good. I like dabbling in a little bit of everything, not just locking down into one thing and shit.
Yeah, I got 3 American Express cards. I just won. I got American Express Platinum. I got 3. Business. Bank of America Business. Chase. What do you want to talk about? All them dudes you see making videos on YouTube, I got them. $32,000 limit. I got them, you know what I'm saying? I got them. I got that mastered. I got that locked down. I don't know why seal is removed often when Trump is speaking. I have no idea. How do you get kidnapped children from corrupt, powerful officials? We have to qualify the word kidnapped. But I would say that Child Protective Services is a corrupt organization. What it's going to take is more and more people waking up to what's going on. They are kidnapping children. They are. There is a lady. She has a video on YouTube. It's called the Judges Slush Fund. She presented evidence of what they were doing in California with all those children and everything, stealing those children. You should watch it. It's called the Judges Slush Fund. That's the name of the video. It's on YouTube. Watch that video.
This is a live stream we watching right here.
Yeah, I definitely need the CPN. I'm on that. Yep. Have you ever debated any of these sheep who think they are so intelligent?
So you only got to worry about identity theft.
Wouldn't get paid.
Yeah.
Nah, I
damn, they cut the nigga stream. Oh,
my feeling on that, I see the debates and everything going on YouTube.
Damn.
And some of the things that they're debating, nobody has any way really of, verifying or proving a lot of things. That, it's just not within the realm of debate. I'm more interested in opening people's minds and getting them to think for themselves and be responsible for their own actions. I'm not really interested in debating, though I can debate. I can debate.
I was just saying.
Emerald tablets of thought have been called out as diversion by Sekou Bozu at
How's it still going to say the stream?
I've seen that where somebody said the Emerald Tablet, there's two different versions of the Emerald Tablets of Thought. And it's the Emerald Tablet, I don't know if it's the Emerald Tablets of Thought or the Emerald Tablets. But this is the thing about that. I don't be caring about what they be saying. Let me tell you something. I look in there and I see, when I read something, I don't give a fuck if it was Kermit the Frog that was saying it. I'm looking for the principles. And that's what I never see these dudes do. These dudes are so concentrated on trying to reveal if something was written by a white man, or if something was fraud, or exposing. They love this word expose. But what you never see them do is they never talk about the truth. Right. Is there any truth in it? That's all I'm interested in. Is there truth? There is truth in the Bible. There's a lot of bullshit in the Bible.
Right.
All right? There's truth in the Quran. There's some bullshit in the Quran. There's truth in all. There's truth in everything. And the thing you look for is when you start looking for the truth, you start seeing it in different things.
Pros and
that's
cons.
what I'm on the Siratul Mustaqim. I'm on this path. I'm not interested in exposing anything, because if they really understood truth or principles of truth or the laws and everything, they would read something and say, you know what, there's a universal law in this. There's definitely universal laws in the Emerald Tablets of Thought. Definitely. Without question. But if somebody wants to, and then you got to look at the source. You're saying, okay, well, this person is saying, well, who makes him an authority? What makes you think that his understanding is better than yours? That's what I don't understand. What makes him an authority? You got a truth. When you have the truth is like honey. The truth speaks to your soul. The truth is already in you. That's why it tells you that look thee not here or there, but the kingdom of heaven is in you. You don't have to look for nobody on the outside to give you the truth. You know when you hear the truth. You know when you hear the truth.
Hey, wait, you can't see my camera
what's true and what's not true. I've outgrown that. That's very immature for a person to think that they can do that. That's nothing but a man that attempt to try to get popularity for himself.
Hey, wait, you can't see my screen no more? Or you still see this nigga on the TV? Or is my screen going out? Because if so, they blocking my shit out right now. Like on some copyright type shit. Hold on, man. I want to play this video I seen young Pharaoh talking about these Jews, though. Hold up. Damn, young Chop arrested for starving his dog. What the fuck? Oh, we see yours? Okay. I don't know what happened to Bro Stream, why I cut his stream out, but the audio is still going. Let me see. Hold up. Oh. Hold on a second. All right, then. Appreciate you sliding through, Patois people. Catch you later. Alligator. Let's see, hold up. This nigga was talking that shit last night. I was watching this video. Y'all seen that preacher asking everybody to donate their whole stimulus check to God? What he said, donate your whole stimulus check to God, aka his pocket.
stimulus check.
Say what? This nigga popping up.
Well, the preacher say take your stimulus check.
Huh?
And donate it to the Lord.
Oh, yes, sir.
I don't know about that one.
The whole thing.
Hey, this is what popped up, y'all.
I'm going to say donate the whole thing to the Lord.
Y'all already motherfucking know what it is.
3 rules. Number 1, April the 19th, 2020. It begins. Rule number 2, donate your stimulus money. Rule number 3, donate it to evangelists, North American evangelists.
Look, North American.
An offering in a month. Missionaries.
Hold on. This motherfucker made specifications with that shit. Donate that shit to North American evangelists that haven't received a donation in a month. Damn. Hell no. He said lace them pockets.
Who haven't had an offering in a month. Music ministers who haven't had an offering in a month. I'm donating my entire stimulus, $1,200. My wife is donating her stimulus, $1,200. My son is donating his stimulus, $600. Hashtag.
What? Listen. The man said he want the whole stimulus check. Not 10%.
Not half.
Not even 20.
With all that motherfucking cash.
The whole stimulus.
For real, nigga.
And if you look at him, man, he playing on your heart. Like, look at him when he says, pay attention. A lot of these people, like I tell y'all, they play on your heart. They use Jesus and God and all that, and you go to Philly and you want to give in the name of the Lord and all. These people be playing with you, man. You got to really feel a person. You know who for you. You can't let everybody put hands on you. Cause he put hands on you. Check.
Oh shit. Can't let everybody put hands on you.
Listen, man. Listen. The reason why I say I don't know about that, because guess what? I know people gonna, they gonna donate their time, do their thing, but guess what? This ain't the time for that right now. Y'all churches been getting a lot of money throughout the years. Y'all ought to be helping.
Real talk.
Giving out some stimulus.
That's for real.
So a lot of people don't understand churches bring in billions a year. Oh yeah. To all these lavish pastors and preachers or whatever, you just provide a way, man. A lot of people don't like to speak on this. And I know why, because a lot of people are afraid of that. But I don't think God will punish you, because the preacher ought to come up with a way to help the congregation at times of need like this.
Real talk.
Ain't nobody seen this coming. Like, this is unheard of. This has never been done before, so it's kind of hard to prepare for. So I'm just saying, and I know some preachers out there have done some things to help their congregation, but for those one with them millions, like, come on, bro. We ought to see y'all passing out some stimulus checks and helping people and helping your congregation. Y'all got millions. So with that being said, I'm not trying to come between you and your religion and all that, because a lot of y'all so finicky, but I'm going to speak what I got to say, and I'm just saying, like, people, get their 10%, pay their tithes, all that good stuff, but at a time like this, why would you come on here and say, God, or you it sounds like you kind of demanding people to pay the whole stimulus check, not 10% of it. The man say, your stimulus check, and give it to the preachers or pastors or whatever who haven't got a donation in over a month. Ain't nobody hardly done nothing over a month. I don't know if you noticed, but millions of people are jobless. And y'all know how it go, man. I just figure, man, it got to be a better way now. We tried that way. You know what I'm saying? We giving it 10%, that's cool. But when it's time like this, we need those big mega churches where people a lot of people paying way more than 10%. When times like this happen, I think y'all ought to step it up. Y'all got the big lavish houses and the Rolls Royces and the $300,000 cars. And, come on, man, y'all better wake up, man. I know God ain't gonna punish me. I'm just telling like it is. I'm gonna talk what a lot of y'all scared to say. Afraid.
I know God ain't gonna punish me either, because I'm just keeping the cheese for God itself. Hey, God come busting through the sky and be asking me why I ain't pay my tithes and my offerings or whatever the fuck it was, where my tithes at? I'm gonna just say, hold on 1 second. God, let me go get your money. You know what I'm saying? Go right over there, grab that out the stash, here go your cheese. You know what I'm saying? Could not trust these folks. Couldn't trust this man on here talking about give up the whole 1,200. I had to just hold on to that for you, player.
See, and I know y'all gonna say, oh,
but I got him though. Nonetheless, I got God when he come.
Then why they asking for it?
Nevertheless, I got God when he come asking about that cheese though. I ain't just asked out like, well, you know, what had happened was, you know, nah. I got that nigga cashola, man.
Hey, this is what popped up. Y'all already know my nigga. Shaq on the beat. Y'all already motherfucking know what it is. Hey, relax. Stop bullshit.
Well, yeah, we gonna see what this nigga is talking about. Let's go over and see what young Pharaoh talking about.
Or otherwise.
Cause he was saying some. Saying some shit, I ain't gonna lie. Got this hip hop shit.
Let me stop hitting that off. Alright. Goyim were born only to serve us. Without that, they have no place in the world. Only to serve the people of Israel. Why are Gentiles needed? They will work, they will plow, they will reap. We will sit like an effendi and eat. This is why Gentiles were created. Okay?
And listen to
so
this.
If this nigga's a Jew, and this nigga's a Jew, and that's how they feel about you, how you think they felt about Russell Simmons? How much of a higher time do you think they made Russell Simmons have? Okay, all of these black hip-hop artists that they signing, and this is what the fuck they really feel about you. Okay? Now let's go to actual quotes from Judaism, okay? About what they teach about the Jews. Okay? This is from the Baba Miza 24a. They said if a Jew finds an object lost from a Gaia or a Goy, a non-Jew, it does not have to be returned. Okay?
Damn though. Hold on, this is the teachings of the Jew? That bitch say if they find some of your shit from a non-Jew to get lost, that shit is not to be returned to your monkey head.
Also, it says if a Jew murders a Goy, a non-Jew, there will be no death penalty.
Damn.
Okay? AKA Sony Killer Michael Jackson conspiracy. Sanhedrin 57a. What a Jew steals from a Goy, he may keep.
Wow.
There go them 360 deals for your rapping ass.
Wow.
Baba Kama 113a. Jews may use subterfuge to circumvent a non-Jew. Okay? So when they doing niggas dirty, they fucking niggas out of these contracts, they got niggas being slaves to their motherfucking deals. Nigga, this is divinely ordained for them to do this to you.
Hold on. This is the difference between me and them. This is the difference between me and them. When I see some shit and I don't know what it means, I got to look that shit up. I got to get the knowledge. What he said that shit called? Subterfuges? Subterfuges? Hold on, let's see what this shit is. Hold up, man. That shit said Jews may use subterfuges. Subterfuges to circumvent a Goy, a non-Jew. Let me see what this shit is. Subterfuges. Yeah, I heard of that word before. Subterfuges. What is that? Bullshit tactics, I bet. Yeah, deceit used in order to achieve one's goal. Subterfuge. Deceit used in order to achieve one's goal. I knew it was some bullshit ass tactics is what they can use to motherfucking circumvent your ass. This shit right here crazy. I ain't never know about this shit. That shit said what a Jew steals from a Goy he may keep. Unpunishable. Let's see what he's talking about. Let it be known if you a Jew up in this motherfucker right now listening.
Because you considered a non-fucking Jew.
Word.
Okay? The Yevamot 98a. All children of the non-Jews, the Goyim, are animals.
Look at that.
Okay?
That's what they
so
think
now
about
why is this important? The global music industry is controlled by Jews and Chinamen.
Right.
And these people consider you and your children to be animals.
Ain't that a
This
bitch?
one say the Goyim, aka non-Jews, are not humans, they are beasts. Okay? And so now why is this important? How the fuck do these people give a fuck about what your kids is growing up listening to or being influenced by? And they don't even consider your ass a human. They consider you a beast.
Damn.
This shit right here say if you eat with the Goyim non-Jew, it is the same as eating with a dog.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
And so, with that being said,
wow.
what these motherfuckers look like getting some money with you and sharing some wealth with you and making sure you get the bag, and they consider that if they even eat with you, it's considered eating with a dog.
Damn.
Huh? This shit right here say even the best of Goyim, aka even the best of a non-Jew, should be killed.
Wow.
Is you crazy?
Wow.
Is you crazy?
Wow.
So these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you. This is fresh out the Torah. Y'all got me fucked up in the Talmud. So these people don't give a fuck about you.
Wow.
Now why is this important? Everything that I just stated, right? This is Lupe Fiasco exposing Liar Cohen and the record label he's signed to
New York
on
Code.
how they tried to not only Debo him out his money, how this right here is 1000% concrete proof that these people control what the fuck goes out on the radio. Here we go. Let's run. Let's run.
There's something called a 360, which entails that they get 25% of any ancillary properties that you do that come from your music. So if I'm famous because of a song,
look, Lupe's spilling the beans on the air.
Show or a sticker, they think that they deserve 25% of that. I refuse to do that. Secondly, the record company should not be artists. The record company sent me a song and said, "This is Lupe, you need a #1 smash." And this is a #1 smash, right? They sent me the track and the hook. And they sent me 7 of those. The last one, when I was like, I'm done fighting, I'm gonna just mark what became this one. Just go ahead. You know, I'm gonna turn the other cheek.
This nigga said the record label sent him a track and said this gonna be the next hit. He ain't write that shit or nothing. This nigga an artist, he write his own music. He said they sent him a track with 7 hooks on that motherfucker. 7 different
It's so ridiculous that when I recorded the verses and sent the record back to them, they called me back and said that they didn't like their own hook anymore. And changed the hook 60 times.
Did you hear this nigga just said?
So when I'm sitting saying,
Hold on.
I think my records are whack, which is
Hold
what
on.
they told me.
Say that again.
And changed the hook 60 times.
My nigga.
So when I'm sitting saying, if you think my records are whack, which is what they told me, they think I'm whack.
Then they told him they think he whack and gave this nigga another song and gave him the hook and he recorded the shit and then they said they ain't even like their own hook and he said they changed the hook 60 fucking times. They changed the hook 60 fucking times, man.
So if you tell me that my records are whack, then give me great records. So then you give me these records, I send these records back to you. You don't even like your own records. Where does that leave us? It leaves us in a stalemate. I was also told that because you didn't sign this 360 deal, we may or may not push your record.
Damn.
So when Shining Down came out and you didn't hear it on the radio station, it's because they never took it to
He
you.
said they told him because he ain't accept the 360 deal, they may or may not push his music. So when his song came out and you ain't hear it on the radio, you wonder why, because they weren't pushing this shit.
The radio station. When Keepin came out and you didn't really hear it on the radio station, it's because they never took it to the radio station in the first place. The reason that there's a video for Keepin is because I shot it with my own money. The only reason that it's on MTV is because I had friends at MTV who said, look, we want to play your video on MTV. So,
Hey, they shelved this nigga. They shelved this nigga Lupe Fiasco. That's why we ain't heard from this nigga ass.
But that is that, you know, I'm at the mercy of the powers that be, you know, who don't know if they want to be a record company, or if they want to be a management company, or if they want to be a production company. And in the midst, I'm caught up in this stuff. So,
Damn.
anyway,
Okay.
Madison, Auburn. Assalamu alaikum. Peace, shalom.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Lupe. Now let me tell y'all what I just heard, in case y'all motherfuckers just missed something. This is the points I want you to take out of that. Okay, we heard the details of the 360 deal, but I want to stay on the control of the music. Okay, this nigga, he's the artist. He said that they sent him a song, a beat that already had a hook on the motherfucker. Okay, and told him, nigga, this is what you gonna rap on. He wasn't jacking it. He said, no, they wasn't jacking his original shit. They sent him back a song for him to basically, the record label got him doing features. They already got the hook, nigga. You say the verse, we already got the hook.
He said he got him doing features.
Right? He sent it back. He said they didn't like it. They changed it 60 times. Do you know how many fucking times 60 years to be changing a goddamn song?
Real talk.
So now, here's the power that these record labels is having by bullying niggas that nobody talking about. Because they basically saying, nigga, this is what you gonna say, this is what you gonna rap about, or if not, we not gonna push your record. This is a fucking famous rapper. This is Lupe Fiasco. He said the only reason he was on MTV is because he paid out of his pocket, and he knew somebody at MTV who was willing to play his shit because they rock with him. Other than that, you would just be sitting in that record label sign, not getting no shine, not doing no tours, not getting no shows, not getting no money, because you're not saying the shit that they want you to say. So basically, this is proof that these motherfuckers are using the hip-hop industry as a weapon, okay, to attack and destroy the minds of black people and keep ignorant and dumb shit at an all-time high. Let's keep it moving, okay? The judicial system, okay, I spelled it that way for a reason. It's called judicial system punishment. When artists or entertainers break their agreements or Masonic oaths, if they have taken them, they are punished via the judicial system. Now, I don't believe Cat Williams took no oath, but Cat Williams got to speaking too much about what he was seeing in Hollywood in them comedies, and they used that judicial system to get at him. So Cat Williams has been arrested over 100-something times, ain't got one goddamn conviction. Damn. He's already publicly spoken out on who he named to be the Illuminati, to be after him for certain things that he said. So I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers keep acting. I don't give a fuck if you call these motherfuckers the Blues Clues group, whatever you want to call them. I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers acting like it's not a group of non-black people who control these motherfucking, these big-ass industries, and who control politicians, who control legislation, who control the judicial system in order to motherfucking attack people who don't want to get down with the get down. I'm tired of you motherfuckers acting like everything is a fucking conspiracy theory because you too pussy to address and acknowledge the fucking problem. So you rather wish the shit away, okay? You ain't never seen God, but you fight a nigga to the death to prove the existence of Jesus. But you got multiple people keep telling you that it's a group of motherfuckers out here doing evil, corrupt, pedophilic, sacrificial, homosexual shit. And you motherfuckers keep trying to make the shit into a conspiracy. I don't understand how Jesus and fucking God is not a conspiracy, but goddamn, the fucking Illuminati and Freemasonry is a conspiracy. What the fuck is wrong?
That's a very good point. That's a very good fucking point. Some shit that's really provable, you know what I'm saying, that a motherfucker can find out for real or not, that's a conspiracy. But some shit that's not provable ain't no fucking conspiracy. Get y'all stupid ass out of here. Y'all motherfuckers just dumb as fuck. And some following ass bitches. That's why I don't fuck with y'all motherfuckers. Because you're lame as a motherfucker. Unless you hip to this shit that's going on and talking about. Or you trying to be hip to it. Then you ain't a lame bitch. You cool.
What's wrong with y'all? And so let's keep it moving. Okay? Michael Jackson killed by the music industry. This is from CNN, okay? Posted in 2013. They're going to kill me, Michael Jackson told his son. Now, a few slides ago, I just showed you how Sony said they got that goddamn 50% back that Michael Jackson said he owned from Sony. Okay, they got it from the Jackson estate. Listen, Michael Jackson often cried after talking to AEG Live executives as he prepared for his comeback concert. His oldest son testified Wednesday. After he got off the phone, he would cry. Prince Jackson testified. He would say, "They're going to kill me. They're going to kill me."
Damn.
Okay? Michael Jackson didn't just say this privately. He said it publicly, but the video was 7 minutes, and I didn't want to put it in here because it was too long. But you can go look it up. Michael Jackson exposes Sony. Okay? The same company and industry who just fucking said that they got 50% of his shares back. Okay? He said they was going to kill him. He wound up dead. I don't see no motherfucking conspiracy charge. But if I get on the internet and I say I'm a killer motherfucker and they wind up dead, it's not gonna be 2 second delay for it being a knock at my door. But let's keep it moving. Why don't certain artists speak out against the music industry?
Hey, happy 420. Happy 420 at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Fire that shit up.
Let's break that down, okay? But before we break it down, I gotta build up the template so that y'all understand.
Happy 420.
The Faustian bargain, part 1. Okay? Now, King James Bible, Revelations chapter 3, verse 9 states, "Behold, I make them of the synagogue of Satan, which they are the Jews, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee." Acts 7:43, King James. "Yeah, ye took up the tabernacle of Moloch," okay, "and the star of your God."
That fucked me up when I seen right there that quote from the Bible, that 7:43. That should say yeah. That should say yeah in the Bible. I never knew that. I thought that was a slang word. Like yeah, like for yes. They actually got that in there?
Rimpan, Lucifer, figures which ye made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon. So the Bible clearly states that the 6-point star in religious understanding, okay, is the fucking sign of the devil.
Damn,
it clearly states that the synagogue is the house of Satan.
Wait, hold on.
What the fuck is the only religious organization?
Hold on. Bring that back. What did he say?
That uses the 6-point.
Oh shit.
I mean, fuck.
Bitch.
The Jackson estate. Listen, Michael Jackson, the oldest.
Hold up.
The oldest son testified Wednesday.
Hold up.
After he got off the phone, he would cry. Prince Jackson.
Hold up. We gotta find that. We gotta bring that
kill a motherfucker.
Back.
And they wind.
We gotta bring that back.
He got a synagogue. Jews. Organized.
Hold on. We're gonna get it right.
Okay? Is the fucking sign of the devil.
Hold on, we're gonna get it right.
Them, and 3 verse 9 states, "Behold."
What that other thing said? Why celebrities don't speak
template.
out?
Music industry. And they wind up dead. It's not sending his shares back. Okay? He said.
Oh, I went back too far. My fault. My fault. I'm tripping. My fault.
Executive. Because it was too long. But you can go look it up. Michael Jackson exposes Sony. Okay? The same company and industry who just fucking said that they got 50% of his shares back. Okay? He said they was going to. It's not going to be too. Into the Faustian bargain, also known as selling your soul.
Faustian bargain. Okay? That's what it was. Hold up. The Faustian bargain. That's what I wanted to see.
Knock at my door. But let's keep it moving. Why don't certain artists speak out against the music industry? Because they enter into the Faustian bargain, also known as selling your soul. Let's break that down.
The Faustian bargain.
But before we break it down, I gotta build up the template so that y'all understand. The Faustian bargain, part 1. Okay? Now, King James Bible, Revelations chapter 3, verse 9 states, "Behold, I make them of the synagogue of Satan, which they are the Jews, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee." Acts 7:43, King James. "Yeah, ye took up the tabernacle of Moloch," okay, and the star of your god Remphan, Lucifer, figures which ye made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon. So the Bible clearly states that the 6-point star, in religious understanding, okay, is the fucking sign of the devil. It clearly states that the synagogue is the house of Satan. What the fuck is the only religious organization that uses the 6-point star as the sign of...
But it do say that, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan. They don't say the house of synagogue. Whatever.
Dear God, okay, what is the only religious organization that doesn't meet in a church or a mosque but a synagogue? Jews.
Oh, damn.
So it's clear as fucking day. And I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers keep acting like this shit is not right in front of your motherfucking face. It's in your face. Okay? Let's keep it moving. Boston Bargain Part 2. Now that we can establish, okay, on a minor scale, because I didn't want to turn this into a whole Judaism exposed lecture, but now that we can establish on a minor scale that Jews worship Lucifer, let's continue on. Okay, the worship of Lucifer comes from the Luciferian doctrine. Luciferians teach that Lucifer is the god of our world, being earth, and that he rules the world through politics, military, finance, and industry, hence the music industry, which are all controlled and set up by his followers within secret societies. Okay, so Jews and Freemasons worship Lucifer via the Luciferian doctrine, and they believe that they can channel the spirit of Lucifer and gain his favor via sacrifice and all of the other shit that they do, okay, in order to run the world through politics, military, finance, and industry. And if you want to be a big money-getting, ball-playing nigga in the fields of politics, military, finance, and industry, then you have to become a free fucking Mason. If not, sit your ass down, okay? You have to join the secret society. And so why is this important? If a non-enlightened, aka a non-Freemasonic or a non-Jew or a non-follower of Lucifer wishes to obtain wealth or high status in any of the above mentioned places while on earth, they must enter into what is known as a Boston bargain, aka what you would consider selling your soul, okay? To which they must become Lucifer's servant after death. So the deal is, we'll give you everything now while you living, but after death you gotta serve Lucifer. Now with that being said, okay, Boston bargain, right? Continuing on. The Boston bargain is a pact, okay? And this is from the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Damn.
The Boston bargain is a pact whereby a person trades something of supreme moral or spiritual importance, such as a person's value or their soul, for some worldly or material.
Now, first of all, if this wasn't a real fucking thing, why would it be in Encyclopedia Britannica? And this shit got a clear-cut definition for what the fuck this is. Right? Same thing go for why the fuck was I able to pay my fucking bills with my social security number if that shit ain't real? Because if any of y'all been fucking with me for any amount of time, a minute, you probably done heard me talk about how I paid my fucking mortgage, my fucking gas bill, my electric bill, and I believe my water bill also, with my fucking social security number and the routing number to one of the 12 Federal Reserve banks that was associated with my social security card. On the back of the fucking card, that letter back there, I think it's the red one. I did this shit years ago. It's a red letter on the back of your card. I believe that's it, if I ain't mistaken. That letter is A through L, which is 1 through 12 of one of the fucking Federal Reserve banks. You can look that letter up and find out which bank it is. Mine was Chicago. I found the routing number to the Chicago Federal Reserve Bank, and I took my fucking social security number and I did what is it called, an ACH transfer, which is basically when you buy some shit online or pay your bills with a check. Basically, it's paying with a check. It take like 3 days for that shit to clear. You can buy shit. You can go to a retail store if they allow ACH transfer. Because basically you can, if you still had checks, which people don't use no more, you can look at the bottom of one of your checks down there, and it got that information at the bottom of the check numbers down there. That's the same information to your bank account and the routing shit or whatever. So I entered the fucking routing number and my bank account number being my social, and I paid my mortgage, I paid my fucking bills. Now I still got, oh look, on my gas bill, it gave me the option to not only pay my bill, but to add money to my fucking account. So I paid the bill and added $500 to the account just to see what was up. Don't you know the next month when my bill came in, the paper little bill came in the mail, it subtracted how much my gas bill was from the $500 balance that I had added on that shit. I still got that fucking bill put up. I gotta find that shit. I need to be more organized with my shit, but I know I got that shit somewhere showing proof. And it showed like last month where it paid the last month bill, and I put the 500 credit. It subtracted the fucking new payment and told me I had like a balance of like $402 or some shit or something, you know what I'm saying, left in my account. Okay, well, the next month after that, these motherfuckers sent me a letter that said, all that shit you did been reversed, my nigga. And we need our money for this month, last month, and whatever the fuck it was, what I had been paid that I did. They told me they wanted all that cheese back. My mortgage came back and said they wanted the money back. Hey, all this shit went through when I did it. It said you did your shit, thank you for the payment, it's all good. Now, why would it do that if it was not real? If I entered the wrong routing number 1 digit off, if I entered the account number 1 digit wrong, that shit would kick that shit back out and say the information ain't right. It took all of it, which proves that that shit is a real fucking thing that these motherfuckers was talking about. It's an account in your name and a Federal Reserve on your social. Yeah, that's some real shit. So basically, long story short, these motherfuckers tried to make me pay a return check fee on top of paying my mortgage and shit again. They wanted, like, you know, the return $25 late check fee or return check fee and shit. And I told them bitches, check this out. Since I've been making payments, I told every establishment that I paid a bill with, my mortgage, my electric, my fucking whatever it was, gas, I told them all, if you look at my payment record, I ain't never had a return check fee. I ain't never had a problem. I done always paid my shit all right every time. So as a courtesy, can you fucking go ahead and just undo that goddamn return check fee? Because that's some bogus shit. I don't know what's going on with that. But you know I'm in good standing with y'all shit. Every last one of them overrode the fucking return check fee and just let me pay the bills, the money that I owed them, and call it all good. And I left that shit alone after that. But I always kept that fucking paper that I got from the gas bill that showed that I put that credit on there. So I don't be giving a fuck what nobody think. You know what I'm saying? Because no, y'all don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? But these motherfuckers be having an opinion and want to try to, oh, that's fake, you don't work, they ain't never even did the shit. They don't know nothing. We got an opinion about some shit. Just like Bro Yusef said, motherfucker having an opinion about this goddamn economy and country and politics and ain't never read the fucking Constitution. Right? You don't even know the 7 principles which the country stand on and why this shit was built. I mean, how it was built and what the fuck going on. But you got an opinion about some shit. Shut the fuck up. You know? That shit real though. And going through life with a jackleg ass rule book, you think you know what's going on here and wondering why you can't get ahead or why you ain't prospering so well and thinking you getting railroaded and shit. Is you lame as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Include myself though, like talking to myself though, you know, like a pep talk, you know. You got to change that shit, man, and learn some shit and gain some knowledge and shit so you can fucking come up and go the fuck up, man. Like motherfuckers who having the knowledge and shit. Otherwise, you just a fucking dummy, just like what these people think you are. Just like what this nigga right here talking about. Here, let me show you. Let me show you. Shout out my dog Muncho, who be loving these motherfucking videos and information and shit I be uploading. Cause my boy be soaking up all that shit. Atex is cash. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me read y'all something. Oh, matter of fact, nah. Bro, last video was saying that shit. Hold up, I ain't gotta read it. Hold up. Bro was saying it on the last video. Matter of fact, I uploaded it to my channel. The last video I watched on this nigga channel, I ripped the video and uploaded it on my channel. Let me see. Because he was talking that shit. Oh, right here. This is what we about to do on my channel. I keep telling y'all, sub to my shit. We going up. This is what we finna do on my channel. I was telling my dog this shit today. You know, I be having all this information. That shit be saddening me sometimes because, like, I told him how I sent my sister this link to this dude that was fucking letting his trolls have it and showing them the documentation that where he sent his bank a promissory note for his car payment for his car, his new car that he bought. Because some people know that you can offset debt and write off debt and shit. You can. This motherfucker made a promissory note and gave it to his bank and paid off his vehicle, and he ain't have to make no payments on that shit until like the year 2050 or some shit like that, based off this promissory note that he gave to his bank. They like giving you, this is my word, I'm gonna pay you my word. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay you in 2050 for this shit right here today. And this is the reason why I can't pay for it today and why you need to let me pay you in 2050. And motherfucker, that shit sounds too good to be true, don't it? Well, yeah. Well, this motherfucker went and pulled up the documents and everything and showed all everybody on the page. Like, look, you motherfuckers talked all that shit, but now look at this right here. Here it is showing you that this is my title free and clear. And here it is from my bank notarized saying that here's the promissory note. Here's everything, right? I sent that shit to my sister because she had just bought like a new Jeep. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, Bina, here. You can pay your fucking Jeep off with this shit right here. You won't even have to make that high ass payment and none of that shit no more. You think she did that shit? Hell no. I remember I checked back with her some months after that, like, yo, did you ever look into that thing that I showed you how to pay your shit out? Like, nah, bro, I ain't even check it out. Like, you know, we have the tools and the information, right? But we won't even use the shit. We won't even, you know what I'm saying? That's sad though. And I was telling my dog, like, I wonder why we do that. Why we have this information and won't even act on it. It's because, like, is it because we scared? Is it because you scared and you doubt that that shit is real and you scared, you think that shit ain't gonna work, it's too good to be true? Like all these what's the term I'm looking for? Limiting beliefs. All these what they call limiting beliefs that shut your shit down. You know what I'm saying? You shut yourself down based off fear and shit. You know what I mean? When now, and we're doing that because the rule book that we go by based off this life, how we think shit work, tell us that that shit sound too good to be true and it ain't right and shit. But that's because we ain't operating off the official rule book of what's going on. And some people are though. And so they are writing they fucking car off because they know the official rules of this game of life. Look, me and my old girl play this game. Wait a second. Where is it? Man, what she do with it? As y'all know, this nigga right here, Derek Grace, is the first black man to create his own board game. In-home banking. It's a documentary on YouTube called the In-Home Banking Documentary where this board game support that. We don't need them, they need us. A cheat code filled board game. A cheat code filled board game containing secrets we're purposely never given. This game is like Monopoly, but the opposite of it. You help your family members, you loan them money, you help them to come up, and everybody come up, and everybody win, instead of one person bankrupting everybody. He only made 10,000 copies of this game. I got about 8 of them, I think. It's the first edition. I thought it said he made 10,000 copies, but yeah. Anyway, me and my old girl played this, right? Because I keep talking about this game of life that we all playing, right? The real game of life. We played this game the other night, right? And I've been talking about playing this fucking game. I played this game when I was a kid, and I haven't played it in 30 years probably, or something close to it, right? So she said, why don't we play this game without even looking at the rules, like what you talking about, and go off with you how you think it working and everything. But we didn't end up doing that. We actually read the rules and went to play it, right? Well, we was playing the game, right? But we were playing it wrong. We didn't realize every time you land on one of these little yellow spots, you're supposed to pull one of these cards in here, right? And it might tell you that your dog had to go to the groomer or something, pay $10,000, but you keep the card because it's worth $100,000 at the end of the game. Because everybody add up their cards and all their money, and whoever got the most money at the end of the game win, right? We played about halfway through the game before we even realized that we was not pulling the yellow cards for that, right? Because we wasn't paying attention to the official rules. We wasn't paying attention to the rules. And that shit applied to real life, I'm telling y'all, because like missing out on money, you missing out on shit that you could probably be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like what we was just talking about, right? Some people know about the right to travel because they know how the real official rules work. They know about the public versus the private sectors and shit. So they knowing like beneficial information that can help you in life to fucking prosper, right? So if I would have been paying attention to the official rules of the game, I was missing out on money. Halfway through the game, I missed out on so many cards, you know what I'm saying? So it's very important that you know the official rules to the game that you playing, even in this real life. Real shit. This shit is fucking detrimental to how far and how well you gonna do in life. But anyway, let's hear what Bro got to say.
Pirate.blogspot.com. Saturday, 4/18/2020. It's interesting now how they can just order you, isn't it? I mean, the gloves just came completely off. And people are still reeling, their heads are spinning, going, wait, what? That's not constitutional. That's unconstitutional. I want you to look that word up in a law dictionary, unconstitutional, and tell me if it fucking means anything at all. It doesn't.
Damn. Wow. What a fucking statement to make just then. Look up what he said? Unconstitutional? In the law dictionary? I should look that shit up right now so we can see what it say. Basically, he just told you. I ain't even gotta look it up. He told you that shit mean bullshit. Ain't no such thing.
In order to have a constitution, you have to have a constitutor. And if you look up a constitutor, it's one who signs their debt over to another person. That's what the Constitution was. That's why they endorsed it on the back like a check. It was an IOU. It's just, I mean, I could just go down so many freaking rabbit holes. But anyway, USA, and America. When the United States declared itself a municipal corporation, it also created what is known as a Sustakay Trust to function under by implementing the Federal Constitution of 1871 and incorporating the previous United United States Constitution of 1787 and 1791 as amended as bylaws. Naturally, as the grantor of the trust, thus empowered the United States government to change the terms of the trust at will. As evidence under the Federal Constitution of 1871, the 14th Amendment, the people of the United States, without their consent, were declared citizens, capital C-I-T-I-Z-E-N-S, and granted civil rights. These so-called civil rights are nothing more than mere privileges which government licenses, regulates, and can reinterpret to suit its purposes at any time for any reason. Hello, what's happening now? They'll just order you, you know? It's like, when did I join the military? Yes, sir. It's an order.
And see, now look, this goes back to what I just was telling y'all. So we all thinking we getting railroaded by the government and they stepping on our fucking constitutional rights and doing us wrong and shit, right? But this nigga right here to tell you, if you knew what was going on and you knew how this shit really worked, you wouldn't be thinking that. Just like Bro Yusef was saying the same thing. We don't know what's going on. That's the problem.
I mean, it's quite literally what it is. We're like privates in their little army. And,
okay. Which also goes back to why I was able to pay my bills with that Social Security number too. Because according to all that I learned from this guy right here and others, back when they did all this shit and they gave everybody Social Security numbers and made us little soldiers of their army, like what he just said, they said it ain't no money no more. Y'all are our employees. You getting this Social Security number and you a citizen and you responsible for our national debt. And so we gonna take, I believe he said, like 24% or 25% of your income for the national debt, and in return we gonna pay all your bills. They supposed to be paying all our living expenses, like your rent and your fucking electric bills and all this shit. So they really double dipping, making us pay this shit when they supposed to be taking care of it for us, because we pay all that money in taxes. But let's move forward.
If you disobey an order, then you have to go to the military court, court martial. This is exactly what it is.
He telling how we live.
The federal corporate government also conveniently somehow forgot to disclose to the people that the term citizen, with which they made every living and breathing inhabitant a subject, was defined in law as a vessel engaged in commerce.
Listen.
In 1912, when the bonds that were keeping the U.S. government afloat and were owned by the bankers came due, the bankers refused to refinance the debt, and the colorable martial law rule Congress was compelled to pass the Federal Reserve Act of 1913.
Okay.
This act surrendered constitutional authority to create, control, and manage the entire money supply of the United States to a handful of private, mostly foreign bankers. This placed exclusive creation and control of the money within the private, commercial, foreign, and military jurisdiction of 1861 into corporate limited liability. America converted from United States notes to Federal Reserve notes, beginning with the passage of the Federal Reserve Act in 1913. Federal Reserve banks were incorporated in 1914, and in 1916 began to circulate their private corporate Federal Reserve notes as money alongside the nation's de jure currency, the United States notes. Whereas the United States notes were actually warehouse receipts for deposit.
All right, so everybody following along, right? These motherfuckers implemented and acted they shit, and now we got two different currencies going around in America at this time, right? Around 1914, you got the U.S. motherfuckers done brought out, which is that bullshit that we all using now, and they also had what he was just talking about. Let's step it back. The real money that they was using.
It's of gold and silver in a warehouse alongside 13. Federal Reserve banks were incorporated in 1914, and in 1916 began to circulate their private corporate Federal Reserve notes as money alongside the nation's de jure currency, the United States notes. whereas the United States notes were actually warehouse receipts for deposits of gold and...
Now, what is de jure currency, though? De jure. Now, I bet you clearly by just listening to, you know what I'm saying, him saying that shit, I would gather that de jure currency mean official, motherfucker. Right? They release this money, the Federal Reserve bullshit, alongside the fucking de jure currency, this real shit. Let me see. I gotta look this up. I told you, anytime I'm seeing some shit and I don't know the name of it. I mean, I don't know the definition. I gotta find out. Fuck that. I'm different. Hey, I was finna buy one of these too. Oh wait, I'm trying to brighten this one. Fresno, does it say it? Oh yeah, it's small though. Fresno lens. Fresno lens, like a magnifying glass. That shit lighting shit on fire naturally. In case shit hit the fan, you might want to have one of them to start a fire with the sun and shit, just in case you're going camping or some shit. But anyway, let me get over here what I was talking about. De jure currency. Let me see. And then, of course, I don't even know how to spell that, so I'm just about to just... Well, I spelled it right first try. That's the type of nigga I am. De jure, according to rightful entitlement or claims by right. Or claim by right. According to rightful entitlement or claim by right. So basically, like I said, the official currency, the rightful currency. They release the bullshit currency alongside the rightful currency of the time. And
Silver in a warehouse bank, thus representing wealth, substance, portable land, the money of sovereigns. The new fiat money, Federal Reserve notes, amounted to bills for that which was yet to be paid, i.e. for that which is owed, for the new benefit of being able to carry around the U.S. government debt instruments, Federal Reserve notes, in our wallets instead of gold certificates or silver certificates. We agreed to redeem the newly issued Federal Reserve notes in gold and also to pay interest for their use in gold only. Essentially, the Fed issued paper with pretty green ink on it, and we agreed to give them gold in exchange for the privilege of using it. And what that kind of leaves out here is in order to do that legally, they had to make all the U.S. citizens the enemy of the United States corporation. So legally, under letters of marque and seizure and capture, or whatever, they still do it today. It's asset forfeiture seizure. They can do that because we're the actual enemy of the government. This is a giant POW camp. And when you weren't born, I'm just going to leave that there, but this is why you want to follow UCC 1 financing statement. Because just through normalcy bias, and this is how we've always done it, nobody questions it. When you're born, you go to the hospital, which is a Masonic organization, the Knights Hospitallers. But you come out, it's all maritime admiralty. And so you're born and you're created in your mother's water, or your mother.
Maritime admiralty. What's that? Well, you hear what he's saying about you born in your mother's water, you birthed from your mother's water. They took the laws of the water, of the sea, and brought that shit upon the land, is what these bastards did. And everybody don't know that. And all these court systems and the docket and all this shit and all these terms are maritime terms. And they actually consider your ass lost at sea because, well, he about to tell you. Let me just let him tell you. But let me look up maritime. Let me look up maritime law. What he said? Maritime law? Is that what he said? that what he said? He about to tell you what's really going on here. This is part of the official rules that I'm talking about. Too bad them people left because they finna miss this shit. This is part about the official rules. This is why you need to claim your fucking body. Admiralty law. This is why you need to claim your body back. Because they claim that you stupid and don't know nothing. And until you claim your body back. Maritime law, also known as Admiralty law, is a body of laws, conventions, and... Let me read this right here. Maritime law, also known as Admiralty law, is a body of laws, conventions, and treaties that govern private maritime business and other nautical matters, such as shipping or offenses occurring on open water. International rules governing the use of the oceans and seas are known as the law of the sea. Yeah, these bitch ass niggas took this shit right here and brought it upon the land and got us all operating off this shit. And you know, on the land is supposed to operate on, not on the land, on water. Water and land got two different laws that they operate on. I think it's natural law. The law of the land is natural law, I think. I need to be knowing though. Let me see. Let's look it up. Natural law. Natural law is a theory in ethics and philosophy that says that human beings possess intrinsic values that govern our reasoning and behavior. Natural law maintains that these rules of right and wrong are inherent in people and are not created by society or court judges. Let me look at the law of the land. No, this ain't it. I'm trying to go to Google for all this shit. These bitch ass niggas want to try and give me some shit that fucking don't want to let this shit add up probably or some shit. But fuck these niggas, man. This what they did anyway.
Your mother's water breaks, you come down from the birth canal, and you're delivered. Like it's a delivery, so you're a maritime admiralty product being delivered at the dock. The dock door.
The doctor. The doctor.
And they immediately issue you a. They set up this trust for you, and they put $1 million in it, or $1 to $3 million in it, credit. Which you're supposed to, that's your estate, and then you sign over through the SS5 form, which now they give that to you as your just came out of the womb. They give you your Social Security card. You set the IRS up as your power of attorney over this estate, your trust. And I'm just being very general here, but you get the gist of it. And
yeah, he give you
your mother signs as a she doesn't use her married name, and she is married. She uses her maiden name, which makes you a bastard child. And Congress is basically they're overseeing everybody's trust. And everybody's like, broken down into counties and districts and everything. So, and that's your name in all capital letters. So it's like a giant orphanage. But what they never told you, and you still don't know today, is that when you're emancipated, when you turn 18 or 17, or wherever what is in your state, you're supposed to notify them, hey, I'm no longer an invalid. I'm a grown-ass man or woman, and I want to control my estate. It's still theirs. I mean, they still set it up. But now you're not letting them control it anymore. You're going to control it. And you do this by filing a few documents with the Secretary of State. Namely, the biggest one is the UCC-1 financing statement. You have to do it every 3 years. Notice the government...
Does this sound like rules in the official rule book that motherfuckers know about? He just told you got to do it every 3 years and shit. And now you in control of that fucking money in that estate, and not the fucking, not Big Brother that looking down on you and taking care of your infant, orphan, fucking little stupid ass because you don't know nothing. But Nikes and fucking Jordans and probably what the fuck else? Some dumb shit. Dragon Ball Z or some shit. Get the fuck up out of here, man. Where all the men at? Where the real men though? That's got something on their mind and trying to, you know what I'm saying, go somewhere and build and grow with this shit. Why I'm the only nigga on here talking about this shit, man? Where are the other men that's speaking up about this shit and how motherfuckers need to get their fucking mind right? Instead of like, what these niggas talking about on Playroom? Arguing back and forth about what? I can't even be concerned about what nobody else doing though, man. That's what I need to understand. Stop casting my fucking pearls and jewels before swine, and I need to fucking worry about what the fuck I'm doing. Fuck what they doing.
It wants you to register to vote every 4 years. And that's basically it. I do my UCC ones every 3 years, but
hey, fuck with the realest nigga on this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with your boy, man. I'm different than these niggas, man. We going somewhere.
Because if you don't register,
and it's up, motherfucker,
with them in any way during a 4-year period, you're no longer on their books anyway. But you still can't really
I'm about to file my shit.
Operate in commerce with your legal fiction.
You interested in filing your
which you need
UCC
to
one?
have to
in
operate
the
commerce.
comment section of this video.
It's a deep subject, and it's hard to do it on a 10-minute video. And I know people have short attention spans, but
right.
You cannot go to prison for doing this. It's not illegal to do this.
Which is scary.
It's perfectly legal. Millions of people have done it, and nobody has ever gone to jail or prison or been visited by the FBI or done anything like that. They just scare you, make you think that you are. Why do you think they can't put Hillary Clinton in jail and all these people? Because they're not U.S. citizens. They're not slaves like us. They've already done their paperwork. Hello.
That's enough for me. That's enough. That's enough. You gotta spoon feed them, bro.
Yeah, it's
you got a baby spoon.
I mean, these bankers are very crafty. And you can't just sit around and go, oh, you know, this is the way it is, the way they taught me in the public school system. To be a debtor. So just debtor training. Pavlovian debtor training. And, you know, to make you, you know, say the Pledge of Allegiance every day, which is bullshit. Why would you have to do that? Pledge allegiance to a flag of the United States of America, which is a foreign corporation. It's like, when you understand it, it's like, you wouldn't pledge allegiance to the McDonald's flag, would you? There are no nation states nowadays. There are no countries. There are no peoples. It's just, the United States is a giant tax farm. And we're all chattel debt slaves, you know, with a dollar sign on our back, and you're worth more dead than alive. And if you think these people care about you and they're worried that you might get sick and all this shit, that's the joke of it. It's not. They couldn't care less how many millions they lose. I just got to open the borders. People flood in from everywhere. They're already doing that. They're bringing in people from Afghanistan, Iraq. While all this is going on, resettling the country. But
and it's crazy how they starting to open the beaches and shit back up. I don't know about y'all area, but places around here, they all of a sudden motherfuckers been protesting, and now they soft opening in places. Why the fuck they even shut it down in the first place? If it was so horrible, now they opening the beaches back up. They just opened Emerald Isle Beach over here in North Carolina. These motherfuckers is out there. This shit is all a joke, man. This whole shit was to collapse the global economy and shut everything down so that they could reset the game of life. That game that we was playing is over. They about to start the new game back up again. So get ready. And I would suggest that you, since you're on quarantine, you got a hell of time on your hands. Unless you're one of the ones that's working while being quarantined. But you got plenty of time to learn about the UCC 1 and all of this shit and all the real official rules to the game of life that you live in, so that you can be better when they start the new game and say go. I'm trying to jump out and buy me a piece of property as soon as these motherfuckers come out. I'm trying to get me some shit going. Just like these board games. Just trying to tell you something. This game right here, man, this got a whole bunch of shit in it. Right here, boy. Cheat code filled board game containing secrets were purposely never given. They talk about a UCC 1 financing statement in this. Look, this man got tattoos all over his face. Taught his babies how to break down pistols and shit. Blindfolded. His little girls know how to break down Glocks, nigga. Y'all niggas weak as fuck, man. Y'all niggas weak. You don't gotta be weak, though. You power up. You power the fuck up, for real. Fuck with me. We gotta do better, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything I always say to y'all, I be talking to myself at the same time. Know that, though. Be a pep talk for myself. Every word of encouragement and every criticism that I put on any one of y'all, I in turn am reflecting that on myself. Y'all probably don't do that, but I do that though. To help myself power up. I wish it was more stronger brothers like myself that would speak up and help motherfuckers power up, because when you join together and join forces, that shit make the shit stronger. Like bro said, about when people pray and stuff like that. Or when people focus their intentions on anything, not just prayer. When a group of people come together and focus their energy and efforts on anything, that's similar to prayer. That's power joined together. Like Captain Planet about to pop the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Because 1 and 1 can be 2. 1 and 1 can equal 2, or 1 and 1 can equal 11. Meaning, you know, 2 men can do the work of 11 men together. That's why most of these companies and shit, these major corporations and shit, are what they call them words? It's a 2-name company or something. Johnson and Johnson. Them 2 motherfucking family members, they came together and blew they shit up. Goldman Sachs. Any of them companies, you know what I'm saying? Walmart is, you know what I'm saying? They did their shit through the family too, but you know, a lot of them companies got 2 names. Harris Teeter. Them motherfuckers that team together and because it's easier to do some shit with some help than doing it by your fucking self. That's what y'all need to get through your head, man. We need to help each other.
If you're going to have a problem with your mortgage if you have one, unfortunately. Because even if they do give you a forbearance, I mean, a forbearance just, you know, puts your payments off till 3 months maybe. But at the end of the 3 months, they want those 3 payments. And there's no way people can do that.
Right.
Nobody's getting their checks.
And nobody's been having no income. So how the fuck you gonna do that? How you gonna pay it? It's a joke. I'm gonna tell you what's finna happen. Which is why I just told my best friend not to pay his fucking mortgage. And why I ain't paying mine. Even if you got the money, don't pay it. Fuck that. Don't pay none of your bills. If you got the money, keep the money. Like I just told y'all what I was going to do for God. Instead of giving God money, his tithes and my whatever I owe him, instead of giving it to the preacher that he finna go pay his Cadillac bill with it. Nah, I'm gonna keep it for God. If God busts through the sky right now and be like, Gas, why haven't you been giving the money? Where's my money that you owe me? I didn't spend it. I got it right over here for him. I'm like, no problem. I just couldn't trust this man because men not to be trusted. God, but here go your money right here. I got it. And so that's what you need to do for your bills, people. Because I feel like they know fucking well nobody's going to be able to pay these bills next month that's coming. Because this money was for this month. What about next month? And what about the month after that? They might not even send no money out. They might just say, check this out. We paying everybody motherfucking bills. Who all owe money. If you haven't been able to pay your bills, don't worry about it. We just going to clear everybody's bills out with all of these major companies that your utilities is in. All your bills going to be paid. What if they do that? And now your goofy ass been spending your money talking about you don't want to get a late payment mark on your credit, as if all that shit ain't put on a standstill right now. They're not doing late payment. Your credit is not affected by late payments right now, people. Don't pay shit if you don't have to. Don't pay a damn thing, because I feel like that's what they're gonna do. They either gonna come with this $2,000 a month. Let me play this video on that, because y'all, if y'all don't know what universal income is that they've been talking about for years now, that's what they finna do right now. Give everybody $2,000 a month, whether you working or not. That's what I feel like they're about to do. Either that, which is a very big probability, because that's what they're talking about, because they know what's next, what's for next month. That's the big question everybody wondering and shit. They making a plan up for it right now if you be paying attention to any of that shit. They either gonna do the $2,000 a month each person, plus the $500 per child, and then they also gonna do it if you a college student. That now you don't get the $1,200 if you can be claimed as a dependent. College student and people on disabilities and shit that can be claimed as a dependent, then getting the $1,200. But with this $2,000, they saying even if you can be claimed as a dependent, you still get the $2,000. That's the new deal. So they either gonna do that, or they gonna pay off everybody's fucking bills. But either way it go, it don't matter. You gonna get the money to pay for your shit. So don't pay nothing. And even when they come back online and they say, oh, after 3 months or whatever, we need everybody to pay their money back, pay these bills that you owe. They're going to put you on some type of payment plan anyway. They ain't going to just be like, oh, you owe one lump sum for all this shit. They ain't finna do that, man. So don't worry. Be happy. You're going to be all right.
Even able to sign up for unemployment because their websites are crashing.
Yeah.
Which is amazing to me because everybody's at home right now, and you can certainly log on to Amazon.com and stream movies and videos and
how about that?
Order all kinds of stuff and do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, think about that.
See, Amazon and Google and Costco and Walmart, these are the nation states of the world today.
Right.
Bill Gates, I mean, look at this, how this guy rolls. He's funding the World Health. I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah, get into it on the ass. Yeah, Bill Gates funding the World Health Organization, working with Donald Trump. It's the whole fucking cabinet is fucking, all them bitches up there is fucking working with the World Health Organization. Look, what a good point that he just made though, right? Funny how the fucking unemployment websites is crashing and the shit, you know what I'm saying, won't load up and there's too much traffic and all this extra shit. But you can go on all fucking YouTube and Google and Amazon, that bitch ain't never crashing. And you gotta know that bitch flooded like a motherfuckers because people don't want to go outside. And they shopping worldwide on Amazon. People don't want to go outside, they shopping online. That's the #1 website they going to, that Walmart. Why that bitch ain't crashing? Why they ain't having the same amount of power behind these websites for government shit and funding, you know what I'm saying? same amount of juice so that bitch don't crash. This shit is a joke.
This is not hard. You can do it all online, basically. Go to stopthepirates.blogspot.com. And because if it comes down to it, if they start rounding people up to go into the work brigades and the work camps, you don't want to be registered with them. You don't want to be in their system, owing them money. See, it's called first in line, first in time. You put a lien on your birth certificate for how much you want, $500 billion. And if anybody comes to lien you or try and extract credit out of your straw man trust account, they have to pay you your $500 billion first, or you're first in line. It's like the trail of the title on a house.
Yeah, I just realized something just now listening to him talk while I'm over here like just thinking about shit. Maybe that's why you fucking responsible to pay them goddamn bills. Maybe I don't know if I'm right, if I'm on to something right now, but I could just be high. But maybe if you enter, when you sign up, right, for DirecTV, right, for instance, or Time Warner, when you fill out the application, do you put your name on that motherfucker with the first letter capital and everything else lowercase? Being, now, we know that this is a difference between your name being in all capital letters and your name being in lowercase letters, right? This denotes something. This means something. This just ain't for nothing, right? One represent a corporate fictional straw man that's used for commerce and business purposes. That's why all your bills that come to your house in your name are in capital letters. If you look at them, you can look at any one of your bills and that shit is in capital letters. But if you look at a piece of mail where you don't have no contract with them, your name is in lowercase letters though. Because you don't have no business with them. If they trying to solicit some business with you, like an advertisement, your name gonna be in lowercase letters. Because they sending it to the real live living person. Lowercase letters is the living human being. All capital letters denote and signify the corporate fictional motherfucking fake shit. Straw man that you do business under again. So now back to what I was saying. If you enter your name in the contract under small lowercase letters, that's you, the living person, begging or signing up for the contract or whatever the fuck it is. But if you enter your name in the contract in all capital letters, then you're not responsible. The living person ain't responsible for the debt. The corporate fiction is. So when he just said you don't want to be a citizen owing them money, is there a difference between the corporate fiction being involved or the living person? Can you involve the living person in commerce? That's what I'm trying to say. Can you involve yourself as a living person in business doings by putting your motherfucking name on some shit is lowercase, nigga? You didn't know. Which go back to why I felt like when I signed up for that fucking SBA business loan, I put my name in all caps. At first, I had said this, I put my name in lowercase letters, but then something was like, wait, you know what I'm saying? Put your name in there as all caps, though. You know what I'm saying? For the motherfucking fictional business shit. So that contract is under that fictional shit. It's not under the living person. It's not like I'm applying as the living person for their business loan. So if they give it to me, now I got as a living being some type of attachment to this debt that these motherfuckers done gave me. Because this shit go deep with this shit, man. Real shit though. So I'm glad I caught that shit though. And from now on, any other business shit that I enter my name on that's a contract, I'm gonna put that bitch as all capital letters on that shit. That was just some shit I was over here thinking about.
If you're refinancing your house or you're buying a house and all of a sudden some weird thing comes up in the title, or somebody has a mechanic's lien or something on your house, or some contractor you never paid, put a $500 lien on your house, which is, you'll find out how to do that too if you want to do something like that and take advantage of all these empty homes that are going to be around.
Damn, look at that. What the fuck was he talking about just then? Look, because you don't know the official rules of what's going on here, You can't take part in none of that. Right? And neither can I. But we need to find out. Let's play that back. Hold up. What you say?
So anybody that has a lien,
Let's see what you say.
Or somebody has a mechanic's lien or something on your house, or some contractor you never paid, you know, put a $500 lien on your house, which is, you'll find out how to do that too if you want to do something like that and take advantage of all these empty homes that are going to be around.
You don't know how to do none of that.
You know, so anybody that has a lien, that person has to get paid, and you just go, oh well, you know, that's coming out of my cash back or whatever, but go ahead and pay it off. Anyway, I'll leave it there. It's getting long. Go to stoppirates.blogspot.com. It's very important.
It's very important. That's my boy website. I know he's talking fast as fuck. Stopthepirates.blogspot.com. Stopthepirates.blogspot.com. My boy got great information on that motherfucker. Like this right here. Let me show you something. And then I gotta go. So I got motherfuckers. I got shit to do. Let's see. Stop the pirates. Stop the pirates. There we go. .blogspot.com. It's already in the history. You can go to stopthepirates.blogspot.com, and my boy got all type of party creditor process pack. 2 constitutions in the United States. Look at that. He's telling you about what it is. Never talk to the police. Anything they trying to find out is all to fuck you over. It is not to help your ass in no type of way. Yeah. My attorney told me that too. And every other fucking attorney I ever seen said the same thing. Any information the police trying to gather from your ass is to bam your ass with. And use against your ass and will be used against your ass. So your best bet is not to say a fucking thing. And just let them do whatever the fuck they gonna do. Cause they trying to get you to talk. Act like they ain't gonna fuck with you if you talk to them and shit, so they can get you to say some shit that they can use against your ass. I ain't never talking to the bitches again. And any police officer know that shit. That's in here, listen. I become a secured party creditor via the UCC1 lien filing process through our UCC redemption. The man got the whole process on here telling you how to do it. Become a secured party creditor right there. You can go read that shit. Telling you what to do, man. Hold on. Your birth certificate was made into a bond is worth billions. But hold on, I'm about to just show you this one right here though. Scroll all the way to the bottom and click the little arrow right there. Go to the next page. There you go again, filing the UCC1 financing statement. Your public debt is prepaid. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, they supposed to be paying all your debts. The power of acceptance. Traffic ticket. Nearly any charging instrument can be handled this way. Traffic tickets and shit. But I'm trying to find the one I want to read to y'all. Hold up. Find the one I want to read to y'all though. You can access your account at the U.S. Treasury to eliminate debt. That's what I believe I did. Hey, look, I'm going to tell y'all something. You see this? You can access your account at the U.S. Treasury to eliminate debt. That's what I did when I did with that Social Security number. But you want to know why they did? You want to know why they reversed it? I just realized probably because I haven't filed the UCC1. If you file your UCC1, you can use this account to pay your bills with. I'm going to do it and show y'all that shit real though. Man, I'm that nigga, man. Do this shit right on my channel. I'm gonna file my shit. Matter of fact, maybe I won't. Maybe I won't file my shit and then pay my bills with it and show everybody. Cause it don't seem like that's the thing to do. It don't seem like that's what everybody doing, because the people that do know about this shit, why they ain't having videos showing people on how that that's what they did and this how it go and shit. Because a motherfucker do all that work and go behind the scenes and realize and learn all that shit, and then you sit up there and just gonna throw that shit out there to the world. They might want to off your ass for that shit or something. And plus, you probably just don't want to do it because a motherfucker, Brother Yusef is right, man. People lazy as fuck and they just want you to do some shit for them, man. And ain't nobody doing that shit, man. Do the work your fucking self. You know, this shit life-changing type shit that a motherfucker need to understand this shit. Just not having a bitch, you know, just not having somebody just doing it for them and they trying to live the shit off somebody else doings and shit. And they don't even understand what's going on, but now they getting all these privileges off that shit. Nah, fuck y'all. That ain't what's up. That's that goofy shit. That's putting power in the hands of the wrong person. You giving too much power to a motherfucker who don't need it and don't know what to do with it. They don't even understand what's going on and the concepts and why they have all these benefits and how to use it and shit, but they just having access to it. Nah, man, get your ass out. I see why they ain't telling these motherfuckers. But I'm finna do it. I'm about to do that. I already got access to it. I already told y'all how I got access to it. So I'm already halfway there. I just need to file this motherfucking shit. But let's go. Let me see what I'm trying to read to y'all. Man, look at this. Look at this. Look what this motherfucking brother got on his shit, man. This my brother right here. I fuck with this nigga. This nigga real as fuck, man. A Texas Cash, that nigga Yusef. Man, I'm fucking with these niggas, man. These are my mentors and niggas I fucking appreciate and admire what the fuck they got going on. Look. Wait. UCC1 is the best gift you could ever give for you and your family. File today. Come on, man. And talk about how this statement is not a bill. Like, them shits coming in and shit talking about this a bill and shit. That shit ain't even really a bill. That shit really a statement. They putting false terms on these shits and everything. It's just like when you go out to eat and you tell the waiter to bring the check. Why you don't tell that bitch to bring the bill though? Waiter, check please. How's that a check? See? Because it means something. It means more than what the fuck going on. Motherfuckers just dumb as hell. Let me see. Oh, here we go. This is the one I want to read. So he been constantly adding shit because I'm on the 3rd page now. Need a good attorney? This where I got way back when I was fucking with dude, way back when this was like at the top of the list. Now I'm on the 3rd page. This shit deep down in the shit now. I've been fucking with this nigga for years. Look. This shit goes so hard right here now. I'm about to read this shit. Maybe I could pull it up on my... Let me see. Maybe I can pull it up and share it with y'all real quick. Let me see. Yeah, I could probably pull it up. Let me do it very quick. Let me see. I'm about to read this shit. This shit real as fuck. Real as shit you never knew. Real as shit you never heard type shit. There's my comment section broke. And I'm tripping. Y'all ain't fucking with me on my comment section broke. Let me see. What's going on? They ain't just soaking up all the game and ain't even hollering at me, boy. Let me see where it's at. Let me see. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? I'm number 2 on the motherfucking shit. I'm number 2 on I'm at the top of the charts. I'm at the top of the charts. Hold up. Yeah, I'm giving it up in this bitch. I'm giving it up in this bitch, man. Hold up. I know I made my mama proud, man. I made my mama proud, man. And I made my daddy proud too, his bitch ass. Nigga wish I would fuck with him type shit. Stop being a bitch ass nigga. Both of them. Come on, man. What's up? Shit. Alright, hold up. Hold up, I'm finna bring it back and try to get this shit on this motherfucker. Oh. Alright. What's up? Go ahead. They don't want me to get this shit out. Man, this shit bullshit, man. Hold on. Shit glitching out. Shit would want to trip right now, you know? Hold up. Just do this right here, though. Just gonna restart that bitch. Can't nobody take my shine. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Hold up, I'm about to bring it back. About to bring that bit back. I know y'all want some more of this. Good dope. I got that motherfucking good dope. See, dope can be good or bad for you. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what the fuck you got, what you trying to do around here, man. What you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Pros and cons, man. Everything, man. Say yes to drugs. Because this is what I got. That's what I'm giving you, hitting you with right now, these drugs. And they're good for your ass. Check me out, hold up. Alright, we done restarted this motherfucker. Let's see if we can. Hold up. Hold up. We got a little technical difficulties right quick. It's alright. There's a little smoke break. I should have did a little musical interlude right quick for y'all because we getting this knowledge in. Oh wait, let me get back over here to the YouTube channel. Get back over here, man. I don't know if you was in here earlier when I was talking about that buying some silver versus buying gold, but you need to get you some silver though, because last time when all that silver and gold went up, that shit went up 10 times its value. That shit went from worth $5 an ounce to $50 an ounce. And gold went from like 500 to 2,000. So gold went 4 times its value. Silver went 10 times its value. Get you some silver. It's only like $15 an ounce right now. You probably get it for $20 an ounce with the surcharge and everything. Go get you some of that.
Put it on, because I just ain't feel like doing it, right?
Hold up. Damn, I knew my comments was fucked up, man. Damn, they fucking with me heavy in this bitch. I'm missing all y'all shit. What is it? Gas, you still look like this. This motherfucker here, man. Here you go, right off the top. Cat Williams, what up? Pistol Creek, what's happening? When everything Americans believe is false. Oh yeah. William Casey, I see you. Oh, what's up? My dog, Zilla Man, what's that? First, the Bible's a conspiracy. Now he quoting the Bible. I never said the Bible was a conspiracy. You said that. See how a motherfucker come put lies in the nigga mouth, man, and shit? It always picks and choose. It's always pick and choose with these fools. Yeah, pick and choose. Happy holiday. Full account. What's happening? I feel there is some truth to the Bible, although it's not used in courtrooms anymore. That's true, Marker. There's pros and cons and everything. That's what this dude don't get, I guess. Hold on, let me bring this back. It's pros and cons and everything. Right? You're right, I'm telling you to choose. Choose to take the pros out of the shit and leave the cons and everything. Right? That part. We back in business. We back in fucking business. Alright. Alright, I'm back. I'm ready for y'all. Hold up. Man, my how time flies when you having fun, man. Fuck, man. If I was getting paid for this shit like Bro Sanchez, my nigga cushion bands. Man, you can see what I'm on, bro. What I do best. This is my pleasure. You know what I'm saying? I grab a dog, I choke him, and I just kick the shit out of him. And all day long, my foot up a dog's ass, just bang, bang, bang with his ass. That's my pleasure. What's good with you though? Tell fam I say what up. Tell nephew I say what's up, man. Tyrone Israel. I'm gonna say facts. What do you say? What's going on? Hey man, trolling man. This nigga gotta type my name 1,000 times. Dude. Fuck. Gas would have what? Been better off in life if he leaned towards his wife's side. Hey, you know what? I'm being better in life because I am though, trolling. That's the thing though. I am though. I'm leaning towards my white side. I have embraced my white side. I went off on somebody the other night. The other day I was streaming, man. They think they can attack me over being mixed and shit. Like I don't know that we all mixed at some levels and shit. You know? They just dumb. I'm not. I done embrace my shit. I'm happy with what I got going on, man. I'm a very intelligent brother, man. You know, and these motherfuckers can't fuck with me. Any of these motherfuckers that want to talk shit can't fuck with me, though. I'm open to any challenge they want to, you know what I'm saying? Take it there, nigga. So I'm good with mine. Got big back. Big backwood ready, nigga. Yeah, let me roll one of these motherfuckers up, nigga. I got a fresh ass honey berry pack over there. Ain't even been opened up yet. Hold up. Oh, let me bring it back. We back, man. Hold up. Yeah, y'all ain't fucking with me, man. Nigga, I'm proud of who I am, boy. I'm a handsome young man. You know what I'm saying? Real motherfuckers love me. They recognize me for all that I am, nigga. Man, I'm happy, boy. These motherfuckers need to get like me. Check it out. Need a good attorney? Alright. So let's read this. And I got the comment section jumping over here on the other joint. Alright. Yeah, bang, 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 hell yeah. Alright, look. This is why, oh, let me see, I got OT. This is why you should never hire an attorney. Because when you do, you are considered a ward of the state. When you hire an attorney, you are considered a ward of the state and imbecile and incompetent. The reason you are considered a ward of the state is because your mother signed your record of live birth as an informant, ultimately acting as the trustee of the executor's father's estate. In doing so, she unknowingly signed away the property, the child, of the executor, the father, to the state. If married, she is acting as the co-executor of the estate, or in the capacity of a trustee, one with authority to sign over property. Now, whoever knew that shit, right? This is what all our mothers did, unknowingly. Signed us over to the state, okay? So, in this country or whatnot, I guess you are your father's child, right? Your father owns your ass. You part of his estate. And basically, they tricked the mother into signing away the father's property. That's why they don't even want him there. But we're going to get into that. Let's scroll down some more. I think they talk about that on here. I ain't going to jump down. Your mother abandoned you at birth. Have you noticed the mother's address is already pre-typed in one of these boxes? Have you noticed there is no address for the father on the certificate of live birth? Have you noticed it's the address of the mother's maiden name in that box? And have you noticed that they had the mother sign as the informant and not the father? Look here what I found. The state of Oklahoma's very own instruction on completing the birth certificate. Signature of parent. Have parent review the certificate of live birth for accuracy. Read the statement contained in this section and sign this section certifying the accuracy of the certificate. We suggest that you ask only the mother to sign the birth certificate. Never have a parent sign a blank or incomplete certificate. Now, he said that's straight from Oklahoma's very own how to complete the birth certificate thing. Now, why would the Department of Health and Vital Statistics teach doctors, nurses, and hospital administrators to coerce the mother into signing the certificate of live birth instead of the father, who is the executor of the estate? Because the executor is the highest office of the estate. And the state, okay, don't get confused about that shit. Because the executor is the highest office of the estate. The state does not care to deal with him. They would rather go after the informant / trustee instead. Because they know the father, being the executor of his estate, ain't finna sign over shit to the state. That's his. Why would he give his shit over to him? All right, look. Attempting to administrate an estate without written authorization, consent of the executor / father is very costly. People go to prison. But if they can coerce the mother / informant / trustee to sign over the property, then they have a legal leg to stand on, right? Which is basically how they sidestep karma, because they just tricked you into doing it and you did it. So they didn't force you to do it. They just tricked you. All right, and you did it willingly though. So, all right, look. Note, an estate must come before a trust. The state issued the child a certificate of death, which created a new estate, the legal fiction, corporate you, in which they were the creator of. And that go back to the all caps name, right? Fictional shit I was talking about earlier. The fucking what they call this shit? Not the scarecrow. What they call that bitch? Your what, man? What that bitch called? I can't even think of the shit right now. It's weird. Good as fuck. Alright, look. The womb man is her own estate in which she's the executrix. If she has reached legal age. If not, her father is the executor of her estate until that time. See that? A woman is her own estate in which she is the executrix.
if she has reached the legal age. Until then, the father is over her shit. The man is his own estate in which he is the executor once he becomes legal age or marries. Until then, his father is the executor of his estate. When they get married, it forms a trust. The woman's estate now becomes property of the man. The two of them come together and have a child. Women cannot own offspring, only the man. Therefore, the child is the property of the executor's estate until he or she reaches legal age. That's how this shit work and where you live at. I know you didn't know that, but that's how that shit go here. Right? This is a man's world. R.I.P. James Brown. The father is never made aware of this fact. Yeah, you never was made aware of this fact, huh? Alright, look. The state coerces the mother into signing a record of live birth as an informant, acting as the trustee. By doing this, she is acting as the trustee of the executor's estate, the father, and giving the child to the state, ultimately abandoning the child. The state runs an ad in the local paper announcing the birth and abandonment of the child. They leave out the abandonment wording, though. That was public notice and due process of law. The executor, or the father, never shows up to claim his abandoned property, so the state takes ownership. They fulfilled due process by way of public notice in the newspaper. If y'all was watching my channel the other day, Bro Yusef was talking about putting on public notice. You might have heard him say that. He said a gentleman always puts shit on public notice or something anytime you're trying to do something in the public or something. You always got to put it on notice. That's why if you're trying to change your name legally, you got to go put that shit on public notice. And there's many different ways that you can do that. You could put that shit right on the billboard at the courthouse. You could post that shit on a tree in your front yard, probably, or some shit. But that's a whole nother story. We're gonna stay on this. But anyway, look. So the doctor sends the report of live birth to the state health department and vital statistics. The doctor. And he was talking about the docket on the dock and like this maritime shit. Matter of fact, I was supposed to get up on that maritime shit. We was gonna get on that. All right. Now the child is an orphan, a ward of the state, abandoned by his mother via the birth announcement she signed as the informant. The state sends the record of live birth to the registrar's office, where a new estate is created and now placed in probate. The state takes the record of live birth and hides it away in its vault, never to be seen again, now to be used as a security instrument to back the nation's debt, the future labor of the child, which is now one stock share in the foreign corporation United States. This is how this shit work now. They split the title and create what's known as the certificate of live birth and send the newly created certificate of live birth to the child in the mail is his or her new identity. And when the child reaches legal age, he or she can now become the occupant of the executor's office of that newly created estate, but is never made aware of this. Note, the state cannot do business with or enter into contracts with a living, breathing human being. This is why they created the certificate of live birth, aka the certificate of death, which is the office of the newly created corporate you, the fictitious entity and presumption in law you, the straw man. That's what that bitch called. The all title, all caps name. The lowercase name is the real living person you. That other shit is this corporate fiction, right? They had to turn you into a corporation so they could control you by way of contracts using trust estate and probate law. This is why you need to know the difference between public and private and shit, because all this shit tying all this. Note, they can only operate and control you with this shit right here in this corporate fiction under the public, I believe. If you operate under the private, which is a real thing that people are doing in the game of life, you just ain't doing it. And they're advancing and being more free and more fucking having a better quality of life. Again, okay, they had, no, the Cestui QV Act of 1666 made, hey, look, listen to this. Look how my numbers fell off. That's sad. The Cestui QV Act of 1666 made us all dead at birth, cast beyond sea, lost at sea, dead to the world, and if one day we were to ever return from sea and announce that we are alive, we can take our lawful throne as executors of our own estates. That's what this shit boiled down to, what these folks did, man. They took the law of the sea and brought it on the land and then did all this extra shit. And if I was you, I would look up this Cestui Que Vie Act of 1666, which I already did. I could tell y'all what that is, but y'all need to look that up if you don't know what it is. Because that shit is sick, really. That shit is sick. But that's really what's going on, and that's about this whole new world order and one world government is all based off of that Cestui Que Vie Act of 1666. And it's crazy that got the 666 in it. But anyway, we're going to move on. Now the child grows up and remains an incompetent ward of the state because he or she never steps up and assumes their proper role as the executor or executrix of their own estate once they reach legal age. That's all of us. Now the adult uses the certificate of live birth as their sole source of identity. Some name that somebody gave you and shit. You're just claiming that as that's who you are and shit. Motherfucker asks you, who are you? You tell them your name and shit. Hell nah, you a name and shit. Okay, now the adult uses their certificate of live birth as their sole source of identity, even though the state advises not to use it as identity. Can you say incompetent? Let's read that again. Now the adult uses their certificate of live birth as their sole source of identity, even though the state advised not to use it as identity. Can you say incompetent? Just as they say not to use the social security card as identity. And they clearly say that on their website. But yet, everybody in society always asking for your social and your fucking thing to prove who you are and shit, and everybody give it right on up. Alright. The now incompetent adult, aka ward of the state, uses their certificate of live birth to get driver's license, social security cards, checking accounts and shit. Now the adult, incompetent, is masquerading around town using the certificate of live birth as identity to get into other adhesion contracts. What's that? Oh damn, my fault. I ain't ignoring y'all, man. Fuck. Time Bay, my nigga though. What's good, man? Good to see you. I ain't ignoring y'all, man. Fuck. I'm over here reading shit. I ain't got the comments. Sergio, what up? Well, so you gotta pay someone. What? Nah, see, you don't even know what you're talking about. Shut up, trolling. You don't know everything. You a dummy too. You know what I'm saying? That just know a little bit of something. You know what I'm saying? You need to humble yourself if you thinking you got all the answers. Because nah, they ain't even talking about paying nobody for no lawyer. That ain't what this is about. Alright, so look. Masquerading around town, you know, with the certificate of live birth is, adhesion contracts. That's what I was about to look at. Adhesion contracts. Let's see what that is. Hey, the more a man learn to have knowledge, the more he know he don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? When you really getting some knowledge and you really know some shit, you know that you don't really know nothing. So that's how I know you ain't there yet, troll. Because you think you know something. Adhesion contracts. Adhesion contract definition. All right. I should have put it up on there so y'all could see it, huh? Adhesion contract. It's a standard form of contract. Just gonna pull it up. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Why is standard form popping up under adhesion? It says, when I put in adhesion contract definition, it said a standard form contract is a contract between two parties where the terms and conditions of the contract are set by one of the parties and the other party has little or no ability to negotiate more favorable items and is thus placed in a take it or leave it position. That's an adhesion contract? Oh yeah, pretty much. Alright, yeah. So you take it or leave it. So you can enter into more agreements like signing up for Time Warner and electricity bills and all this extra shit. That you don't have no say-so and no negotiating. You just either take the terms of the agreement or not and get the fuck out of their face. Alright, so look. And basically acting as an agent of the foreign corporation known as the United States and is now obligated to pay an income tax and excise tax, a property tax, and ultimately be subject to the state. You are obligated to abide by their statutes, rules, and regulations. So being that your monkey ass got this birth certificate and social and shit, and your ass is all part of this fucking public social society and system, you are subject to all the statutes, rules, and regulations. Ain't none of that free man shit. Ain't none of that. None of that. None of that sovereign shit. None of that. You a citizen, motherfucker. And until you file your UCC-1 and claim your rightful throne and estate and be executor of your own state and recognize as a fucking real living person that's not a fucking imbecile that's dumb and don't even know about none of this shit. How could you blame them for not treating you as such? Right? I don't blame them. Fuck it. So we had these rules. Remember now, we learned the rule game of life from our parents though now. And they got it from their parents. So we got this jackleg ass rule book we've been playing the game of life by. Now a motherfucker finding out what the real deal truth is. And look what the numbers look like. That's why only very few people know about this and are advancing in this shit and having a better quality of life. And most people just stay minions, chattel little debt slaves, and perish. And perish. And perish. We got to do better, man. We got to fucking do better, man. And teach the babies this shit early. You know what I mean? Alright, so look. Note. There's a catch to this. Number 17. They are presuming you're an employee of their corporation. But if you are not receiving a paycheck and there was no employment contract and they cannot provide proof of pay, then what do you have? Or then what do they have? Do you work for free? Can they compel you to work for free? That estate is in an office. You are the occupant of that office, the corporate fiction you. And as the occupant of that office, shouldn't you be paid for your services? Think about that. Let's read it again. There's a catch to this, number 17. They are presuming you are an employee of their corporation, but if you are not receiving a paycheck and there was no employment contract and they cannot provide proof of pay, then what do they have? Do you work for free? Can they compel you to work for free? That estate is an office. You are the occupant of that office, the corporate fiction you, and as the occupant of that office, shouldn't you be paid for your services? You have lost your inherent rights and have been granted rights and privileges instead. 14th Amendment citizenship. Bullshit. Daddy never showed up to claim his property and the estate took it upon themselves to adopt the child, take it in as their own. The child is now considered a ward of the state, an incompetent bastard child with no father, and the mother abandoned your ass. Damn. Listen to this, man. Tell me this shit ain't powerful though. Motherfuckers probably would have never got their child a birth certificate and social if they'd have knew this shit, huh? You wouldn't have signed your child over after that. Don't sign no more of your kids over to them. Let them be part of your estate and keep them up. And get out of the city and move out of the city and get some land and raise your shit up and then or whatever. Let them claim their own self and shit. Then they be free. This is what I'm saying. Some people doing this. Some people know about this. Like Bill Gates probably. You think his children are citizens of the shit? Fuck no. He done already Oh, well, they part of his estate until they get grown. So you get to make all the rules. But as they get older, you think they ain't gonna claim this shit and know about these fucking rules and shit? Man, you out your goddamn mind, man. Man, that's sad. Daddy never showed up to claim his property, and the state took it upon themselves to adopt the child, take it in as their own. The child is now considered a ward of the state, an incompetent little bastard child with no father and mother. Abandoned your ass. A little incompetent little goofy, like a little snotty nose, little, you know what I'm saying? Like how you look at what your idea of a little ghetto child, little snotty nose, little dirty, little diaper, little, you know what I'm saying? Probably like parent, mama ain't teaching them nothing and nothing and nothing. And guess what? You that child. Damn. I thought my mama taught me something because I could speak properly and I know how to motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? My get down with the get down. I can talk with anybody. I could speak with a professor with a PhD and have an intellectual conversation with him, or I can just go straight to the hood and motherfucking chop it up with my niggas though at the same time. Just like young Pharaoh said, nigga. I used to do good in school when I applied myself. I dropped out the 9th fucking grade. How about that? Yeah, Gas dropped out the 9th grade. Because of troubled youth type shit, you know, running the streets. You know what I'm saying? Trying to have a crack pack and shit. And trying to do all type of fuck these hoes and shit. Stealing cars and all type of dumb shit. Off the lot. Brand new cars and shit. I was the first one to pull the first car off the lot. Me. And then my niggas went crazy with that bullshit. I stole that first car off the lot on New Year's Eve on probably, that was like 1990, I think 6. I done pulled up to the gate. I wonder if I could be charged for this shit later on in this many years. Hell no, not stealing no car. I pulled up to the gate because the car, you know what I'm saying, like big dealership, and they had the keys in the cars and shit. My niggas used to go over there and drive the cars and around in the lot and shit at night, late night. It was playing around and shit, bumping music and playing around, driving because we were kids. Man, it was New Year's Eve. I was like, I'm taking one of these bitches out the lot, nigga. Drove that bitch up to the gate, had barbed wire over the top and everything. I just drove that bitch under the gate. The whole gate lifted up, went under the car, scratched the hood and shit, fucking everything. Had little stripes going. It was a Bonneville, like a fucking blue ass Bonneville. Damn, we was young, dog. We done went to the fucking skating rink, dog. That's how young we was, man. We went to the skating rink, dog. In that bitch. It was in that bitch, like, flexing with the car and shit. Like, I got my own whip, like, with these little hoes and shit. Like, no, you don't. Like, come to the door, look up the, ooh, 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 ooh. Nigga with the keys. Like, damn, for real? Like, this shit was crazy. Like, troubled youth. My mama probably didn't even know about that shit. I never got caught for that shit. But yeah, after I did that shit, man, them niggas was taking all the cars, man. Them niggas ended up getting caught, man, at school and shit. Them shits, man. They was driving them bitches to school, nigga, going to school, like, stolen car in the parking lot. Goddamn, Mitsubishi Galant with leather, white interior, and that bitch was like tripping in that bitch for real. But yeah, man, anyway, back to this shit we on. So, you got abandoned by your mom and your daddy on some trickery ass shit. These motherfuckers pulled a fast one and tricked them into giving you up. So, the certificate of live birth has a state seal and registrar signature, which is certifiable proof the estate is in or has been in probate. The registrar is the court of probate. And probate deals with estates of the dead. Damn. Hence the legal fiction name. You see that in all capital. Why does it say or lowercase on the certificate of live birth? Is the presumption of law, the other you. Hold up. Hold up. Let me go back over here. Yo, big bro, greedy man, what's up, man? I knew somebody probably was in that comment. I ain't had a comment, so I had to open them shit back up. What's good, big bro? Appreciate you sliding through. Did you know about this shit, greedy? Man, this shit crazy right here, man. This shit is crazy as fuck right here, though. But this some real shit. Alright. To the courts, we are dead. Legal, fictitious entities, wars of the state, bastard children, orphans, and they do not wish to deal with us directly. Check this shit out. This is why they want you to speak to them, the judge, through one of their own bar attorneys. They don't even want to talk to you because they feel like you a fucking imbecile that don't know nothing. You don't even know that you've been turned over to the state and like you don't know nothing. Look, the bar attorney has a superseding oath to the bar, aka British accreditation, British accreditation registry. Their first loyalty is to the court. They are there to lead the sheep to their slaughter. The undertaker in the black robe. Yo fucking attorney is there to fucking oh man. Take you right to the fucking undertaker. The judge is administering the estate of the incompetent, and his main objective is to make revenue for the state, which is acting as the beneficiary of the estate. And you and I are being put into the trustee position of our own estates. Now you understand why the Lord said, woe unto ye lawyers. Yeah, woe unto ye lawyers, he said. Yeah, don't be fucking with them motherfuckers. The bitches ain't there to help you. They there to lead your ass straight to fucking slaughter. They there to be a bridge between you, a fucking imbecile, bastard, incompetent little orphan that don't know nothing and just a sad sack that they consider you actually dead and lost at sea. Do I need to scroll back down to that? Hold up. Let me scroll back to that. In case y'all missed that. Where is it at? Oh, here you go. Which I said all y'all need to read this because I could have told y'all what this was, but I didn't because you don't need to know if you're not willing to go and look it up. The Cestui V Act of 1666 made us all dead at birth, cast beyond the sea, lost at sea, dead to the world, and if one day we were to ever return from sea and announce that we are alive, we can take our own lawful throne as executors of our own estates via the UCC1 financing statement, I believe, is how you start that process. Let me go back to where I was at. It's sad. It's sad. Daddy never showed up to claim his property, and the state took it upon themselves to adopt the child, take it in as their own. The child is now considered a ward of the state, an incompetent bastard child with no father and mother that abandoned your ass. Every person with a birth certificate, you know what I'm saying, and a social. This is you, and what you do to your children when you sign them up for it. All right. Okay, here you go. Back to where we was at. The bar attorney's first allegiance is to the crown, not you. They are there to make you believe someone is fighting for you. But the truth of the matter is, they are there to help the presumed administrator of your estate, the bar attorney wearing the black robe, undertaker. The judge is the administrator of your estate. And they there to make sure that they make as much money as possible for the court. Him or herself and the state. Look at that. The judge there to make as much money possible for the court, him and herself, and the state. Because the judge get kickbacks for all the money that they make for the state. Read it again at the top of this post. Right out of the Corpus Juris Secundum. You are a ward of the state, an imbecile, a menace to society, and incompetent. And that's the truth. Take it as you will. This is how they look at you and your children. Because y'all don't know what's going on. No, I am not saying all attorneys are scumbags that are intentionally trying to harm you. Some of them know what they are doing, and some of them probably truly believe they are doing the best they can to help their clients. But it's all about the estate. It's all about the money, and it's all about your slavery and unjustly enriching the state at the end. It is the constructive fraud upon you from birth, and that's my inherent and that's my heartfelt opinion. Take it as you will. So yeah, that says way a lot. You know what I'm saying? Way too much for motherfuckers to even be trying to take in. Some of these lawyers probably truly believe that they trying to help you and shit. Because you want to know why? Because they're dumb to the fact. They an attorney that is a fucking, they an attorney that has a birth certificate and a fucking social security card. Just like these police and shit. These motherfuckers and these military people and all these motherfuckers, they think they doing such a great job. All these nurses and doctors putting their life on the line to help people and shit. They risking their own lives to catch this shit, so-called. You know, they feel like they doing it for a good deed. They're here to, you know, help you and serve you. Meanwhile, they don't know that they part of a fucking evil ass cabal. Fucking, he said all hospitals was part of what he said that shit was? The Knights Hospitalers or some shit, where that shit came from. But yeah, man. So stopthepirates.blogspot.com. You know what I'm saying? You can go read up on a bunch more of this information. And yeah, I'm gonna be coming back, you know, with some more of this information next time. I'm about right at 3 hours. That's good. That's good, because I got some stuff I need to go do, some business I need to take care of. As always, it's been a pleasure presenting all this great information. Hopefully somebody took something from this that they're going to benefit. Hopefully a few people did. If you can, like my shit, if you would, and subscribe if you want more of this shit. Hit that notification bell, and make sure when you hit the notification bell on some shit you subscribing to, you hit it again, and make sure you put that bitch on all, because by default it's set to get some notifications every now and then. YouTube on their bullshit. So make sure the bell is solid. And you're gonna get this motherfucking, get these gems. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. It's been real. Happy 420 to my smokers, man. Damn, I was supposed to roll the backwood. Hey, if you still in here, bro, I'm finna roll that bitch up right now. I'm gonna call you, man. I love y'all, man. Peace.